Greetings and salutations, Dota fans. It is I, Badger, back for some more League of Legends Season 10 Winners Finals action, and I am joined tonight by a very special guest. Longtime NA Dota professional, a man who has 10,000 matchmaking rating, the captain of Wildcard Gaming. It's Sammyboy. How are you in this fine evening?
I'm doing great. Thanks. How are you?
Doing fantastic. Even more fantastic now that you're here. This is a chance where I get to talk with somebody who is slightly better than my usual analyst, and I got some good analysts on, you know. I have some 8K players. I have the real Neff Sensei on, but
Yeah,
nothing of the
beast.
caliber of a tier 1 NA captain like yourself.
Thanks. I mean, I appreciate the compliment. I'm just here to watch some Dota, and already the draft's looking pretty spicy. Good drafts. Undying, DP Void, pretty beast. It's tryhards.
Yeah, they're all here to win. You know, these teams, they play each other in the playoffs like the last 4 seasons in a row. They're friends, but they're here to win. They're not here to lose.
Yeah, no, I'm a fan of the draft so far. They're tryhard drafts. Good drafts. Pudge ban was interesting. I assume that's like a respect ban or something.
Yeah,
Pudge
Dire
damage?
has multiple Pudge players. Radiant does not have any Pudge players. They don't want to deal with it.
Yeah. All right. It's interesting. I'm just trying to like learn a little bit about these teams because like I wish I knew more. I wish I like knew more about the amateur scene or whatever. Wish I knew more about these players. That's hype though.
It's
So
one of those things where Dire's got multiple players. Like if you remember the Portland Burnsiders team from a few years ago,
yeah, I remember that team. Yeah,
they have
from
a
last
couple
year.
of those players on this team, and then Radiant have just mostly pure amateur players, never any semi-pro experience.
All right, nice. Hell yeah. Got the Zeus pickup. Interesting into Void. Probably not the greatest matchup, but there's a lot of DPS. Way to kill this dude.
I'm interested in hearing your thoughts on Void. I know players and lads view it as the best carry in the game. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I think so. I think like the meta is shifting to where if you're a carry in this meta, you kind of need to function well against Void. Like I think Slark is on the rise, in particular because this hero is like pretty solid versus Void. I think other carry heroes too, just like on the rise. Naga Siren, we've been seeing more of that too. Like another carry that's just great versus Void because yeah, he just scales into every game. He has utility. He has team fight. He doesn't really have damage, but like eventually he'll get damage. Like he can just build straight damage. He can build the tank when you need him to. He kind of does a little bit of everything, and actually a lot of team fight, which is becoming more valuable, I would say, because like the glyph changes and all this, random garbage is being thrown at you, stopping you from actually pushing the towers. You got the flag bearer creeps too, which I guess I don't know if they help or don't help actually, but yeah, the game is just kind of slower, and you have to take more team fights to win the game, I think, and that's where this hero just excels. I think, yeah, probably best hero in Dota right now, honestly. Like, you see Enigma banned out too. I mean, that's another common one. Same thing. Like, this hero just has a shit ton of team fight, and eventually you're gonna have to team fight the enemy. It seems so. If you have some big ass team fight, the game will be a lot simpler for you. Makes it a beast hero.
I know a lot of players describe it as the circle strat, where you just pick these heroes with large circle abilities, and if you have more of them, you usually win the team fights.
Yeah, Mars was doing that for like a year and a half. Like it was just Mars. Like every game started with one team just taking like circle spell off lane that wins like 50. This hero will win 60% plus of its lanes, which I would say is statistically really important. And if it wins all the matchups and it team fights, it'll just scale into the game and win at some point. It'll do well, or let your DPSers actually hit people.
I remember for a while it was okay to like even lose those lanes where you can. I don't have to really send a carry to the jungle or send a mid laner to the small camp. Now the jungle is hard for carries and the small camps come for mid laners. There's even bigger emphasis now on just being able to win these lanes, being able to brawl in the lanes, and having rune control and so on. I find that very interesting the way Dota has advanced in the last few years.
Yeah, I would say it's just more dynamic overall. People are willing to play more dynamically. I don't know if that's the best word for it, but yeah, I think so. It is interesting.
It makes sense to me, which I'm sure is a good thing, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure it's at least somewhat good.
No, I think people are getting better. I do think it's just skill improving. Like the longer it goes, the more it will happen. So Winter Wyvern picked up. It's pretty good. It gives a heal. Not great for Zeus, but they banned out all the range damage for Void. Lina, Snap, Invoker ban. Thought those were pretty good bans.
Those all are pretty good picks this game. I know Radiant's mid laner account farmer loves playing the mid invoker, but not only is it good against good with the Void, I also respect that in there.
Yeah, Lean and Invoker both great. I'm curious about the bans from Radiant. I mean, I get the Veno one. Then I mean, I guess the Night Stalker sets up the Winter Wyvern, so it makes sense. But if you were gonna take Winter Wyvern, I probably would have just played against terribly. The SF Mercy, that's a good one. I use that one. That one's good. 16, 17 SF Mercy.
Sammy approved 16-17 combo. Has the bad remover right there.
I think SF's like the best buffer in the game right now. So when you naturally just pair it with Marcy, you pair it with like I mean, Undying's not great save. Like if this was a Chen or something, it'd be a little better, I think, to like actually amp this dude, get auras, and like turn this guy into a tower. But um, really good with buffers and does a shit ton of damage. Actually kills DP. Does magic damage on the curse. Really good pick. And it's not great versus Void, honestly, but it's like the best you can get, really, if you're willing to just try to get tanky. Like you might live through the chrono and get your ult off or something. So
And there's some decent save as well. I mean, you have the Undying with the Soul Rip, obviously, but also the Marcy who could just pull heroes
yeah,
outside of the
pull,
chrono.
the pull out of chrono. If the Void is, I mean, yeah, that can happen. Certainly could happen. Marcy versus Void is interesting because the pull out of chrono is really good, but like the rest of Void's kit actually fucks Marcy, and Marcy also doesn't have a purge on the ult anymore, so definitely got a little bit worse. But I don't know. Yeah, when you see it just pull out of the chrono, it looks really broken.
What's your thoughts on the SF versus Ember mid lane matchup?
I mean, this is super counter pick. I don't know. This guy's asking for a bad matchup, but he obviously doesn't know that, so they picked it. I think this is one of the worst ones. I think the Ember like shouldn't really be able to lane at level 3 because I mean it's really easy to fake your raises. So this dude is not gonna, unless it's like OpenAI or whatever, like it's not gonna slight dodge your raise, and you're just gonna fake him until you get the slight, and then you'll just double raise, and then he's super slow, and then you'll get a third raise like every time. And it's really simple. And I don't know, when the SF plays the matchup well, it looks really easy to bully the Ember. Almost like 70-30, something really high.
That's one of those things. You look at the Radiant mid laner count farmer. His mid pool, it's Lina, Invoker, the Spirit heroes, and when you ban out the Lina and the Invoker, you're looking at heroes like Storm or Ember or Void Spirit who don't necessarily lane that well into the SF. So it's a good SF picker.
Yeah, no, I like the SF. The SF might just be going in the safe lane though. Could also just be Zeus mid.
Ooh, I like the idea. Certainly would be interesting if it
I don't know. I
was.
guess I'm not sure where the Undying's going. I guess it could be 3. Like this could just be 4 Zeus or something. I mean, I don't know. I'm just curious what the roles are now for.
If it makes you feel any better, I don't know either, and I've casted a lot of this team's games, so I probably should know, but I also don't know. I'm a little bit confused with what they're doing right now, role-wise. They have 23 pick as well, so they're going to give it away very soon.
It is a decent Ember game outside of the lane matchup versus SF. So like if this guy lanes versus Zeus, it's going to be really chill for the Ember. I think the Ember will just free farm, and then I think Ember mid is actually pretty decent versus SF carry because you have pretty solid poke, and the SF can't really catch you in the mid game, and it's easy to dodge raises in the team fights and stuff, and even easy to dodge the SF ult. So I think overall it's pretty good for Ember. It's obviously not great at committing on the SF, which is often what's required. Like ideally they're turning this guy into some raid boss with Marcy buff and Undying Tomb or whatever, so they can't kill him. But yeah, I wish Radiant had a little bit more poke. Their poke's okay, like the Wyvern Q and the DP Q and Ember's slight chain, but I don't know, if they had a bit more single target, be a lot easier to play. So hopefully they pick that up with their last pick. Just like a way to actually like burst someone or whatever. Maybe that could be like Skywrath Mage. It looks pretty good, like Mirana. All those kind of look great to me. Put the DP off lane and just lane.
I'm actually curious whether to go the DP offlane plus like Wyvern 5. I think maybe I could even go like DP 5, Wyvern 4, and then go for a different offlaner as well, potentially.
Maybe Sky's not good because the Marcy will throw out of the queue. Oh, they go for Mars. So that does mean it's SF carry. SF, I mean, I guess, yeah, SF Undying, and then Marcy, maybe it's Mars mid. I don't know, actually, but
I mean, it's one of those things where they got
They can do
psyched
a
out of the
lot.
Ember versus SF matchup where it's like, all right, if they can wait, they counterpicked Ember into our SF, maybe we don't want to lane this year. Because sometimes, like, you just get psyched out of things in Dota.
Yeah, that's true. They probably just don't know what they want, really. It's hard to find the right hero when you don't know yourself, like what you actually want. Um, like whether they need more team fight, whether they need more damage, whether they need more catch. I mean, their draft has a lot for sure. Mars is good at catching them too. I just worry about their lanes. Not, but they have Undying, man. So I think Dire has got a good shot, no matter what Radiant last picks. I think it's a pretty solid draft from first pick side.
Still a minute reserve time for the Radiant as well, so they have plenty of time to consider exactly how they want to put their draft together. I'm actually curious, do you prefer first pick or second pick right now as far as drafting?
I think second pick is better, like objectively, and I think Dire is also like better objectively. So most teams will end up on like, Dire first pick, and other side will play Radiant second pick. I learned my lesson. I tried, I tried Radiant first pick one time in TI calls, and then lost and never did it again. So pretty sure they're both just slightly favored.
Well,
I don't think it's
that's
like
Jakiro
super
off lane.
significant though.
That's a
Is it? I
Jakiro
mean, that's pretty
3.
good. I mean, it's not great at the single target I was talking about, but it is a lot of damage to throw on their poking. Like it's good follow up for Ember Chains. It's good follow up for Chrono. It'll help disengage the SF. It'll help. Yeah, I mean it's good. It's decent versus Marcy. I mean it's a pretty okay Jakiro game. I'm not ever sold on Jakiro off lane. I wish they had something better. I feel like there were probably better options, but it's not so bad. Pretty solid drafts all around.
If you had to prefer either of the two drafts, who would you favor here?
Who's going mid? Is just Zeus?
It's Zeus mid SF carry for Dire.
Man, I'll probably choose Radiant. I feel like Ember. I mean, yeah, I feel like Zeus in response to Void is not that good, and then Ember's pretty good into Zeus, and it's a really free Ember game. Like they don't have any real catch beside. I mean, Marcy W against Ember is not real. If this dude is like smart, he will insta slight and insta remnant or whatever. And Mars is also not great, and yeah, they just don't have enough catch for Void and Ember. I think, and eventually Radiant will poke them and get some kills.
I'm excited. It's going to be a very exciting laning phase. I can already tell there's going to be a lot of brawling going on. Possibly some really interesting rune action in minute 4. I mean, look at a hero like Marcy. Great hero rotating for these minute 4 water runes, these minute 6 power runes, so we're in for some fun, I'm quite sure.
Yeah, that's the place I think the matchup can go super well for Dire, is if this Marcy can actually play on the runes. I think this hero's one of the best heroes for playing in the jungles. Like just being able to connect to multiple heroes and make plays and get on these power runes and get on these bounty runes. So definitely got to look at the Marcy for this game.
All right, here we go. If you are just joining us, welcome to game number 1 of the Lads Winners Finals. My name is Badger. I'm joined by the great 10K MR gamer, captain of Wildcard Gaming, Sammyboy, and we are in for some very good Dota, I hope. It's, once again, the 2 most recent teams in Lads to win the title, so it's no love lost. Big old rivalry series, and I'm excited.
Yeah, looking at the wards going down, we'll see where both teams place it. Zeus placing his on the Dire Hell. Not a huge fan of that one because the 4-paws can like walk over and check it, but it's alright, they're holding their hill.
Wait, if you're curious about MMR, the average in this game is about 6.2k or so.
That's not bad. That's pretty good. I mean, they're like almost immortal, right? Or like just immortal, like
I
low
think
immortal.
9 players in the game are immortal, and there's 1 divine player.
Pretty solid. I like that Dire's holding together right away. That's good. Radiant's a little more separated. Maybe they think they're stronger, trying to play for more. But it looks like there might be like a massive fight. And I think Undying will win the fight if he goes in first. Maybe not.
They're not engaging. They're choosing to stay on their own high ground, except for the Marcy.
Marcy's in. To get it? No, he doesn't.
It will be 2 runes to each team.
Oh, not so bad.
Yeah, I thought we might see. I mean, you mentioned the Undying there, but we didn't see anything too crazy, unfortunately.
Yeah, both teams playing it safe. It's us, League of Legends.
Yeah, we can. I'm going. We're going to be calling him Kobe tonight because it's both shorter and also not the name League of Legends. So if you hear me say Kobe, that's why.
Interesting lane ward in the top lane. That's if I'm dying. Got double ranged up here, like triple dragon actually. Oh, double raise already. Wow, a lot of damage. It's really good for them. They're really good for sus. Sorry, I gotta use the team names.
You can call him whatever you want, man. You're free to say whatever you want. You're Sammyboy. I have to say the team names. You can do whatever you want.
Holy crap. BLA.
That's not 4 raises though on Marshall. That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, I think Raze is the best level 1 ability in the game. It wins actually like every lane right at the start. Really strong. I mean, it's just so much damage. I don't know. There's no other hero that does like, 270 damage for your spells at level 1.
Ordinarily, you could be concerned about mana cost, but luckily he has an Undying in this lane with 3 mangoes, so mana is not an issue.
Yeah, and he's got the Bassi queued up, which I like. That's the popular build, I would say, is to just rush Bassi on SF with your like first 400 gold, and then you play with some other spammy support, and you guys just spam your spell. So that'll be really good for Undying when the SF buys out. Hopefully he buys it right away. He has the gold for it, so see how long it takes. But I like the queue.
He's waiting for it. He's patient. He'll get it eventually, I'm sure. He'll get it eventually.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll buy it out eventually. Mars Courier almost got sniped there. It was an interesting pull. DP's in the tower. He's taking a lot of damage.
Tower shots, yeah. I don't think, yeah, she's not going to die here, but that's a lot of damage from Malefic.
Yeah, if the Marcy was 2 there, killed the creep a little bit faster, he actually could have got him, I think, with rebound. Would have been a pretty good play. Rune trade, both mids, just chilling. Pull up the Embers. Well, I guess about even. 1 ahead.
See another play bottom, another attempt with the Dispose on Void, but also the Void is a Void, so his time walks away completely fine.
Yeah, but I mean, all the lanes are going pretty okay. Pretty even game. I have to imagine the first blood will be in the top lane. I have to imagine they try to all in the SF and either Undying, either die or get the kill.
It's been a couple of close calls in the bottom lane as well, so wouldn't be too shocked if those bottom either.
I feel like that was just because they're so close to the tower. Wow, Marcy tried to cliff the DP there. That was a cool play if it had worked. I've seen it work a couple times. Schofield's got me with that one. It's funny when it happens. He had no TP too, so that would have really broke the game wide open, actually.
It would have been really unfortunate for Voljax. Top lane, we may see first blood. Undying is being gone on by both of these ranged heroes. He's low on HP, has 3 stick charges. Survives for now. Never mind, everyone's okay.
2 salves being expended, so we're probably going to see another fight. Both teams probably itching for the all-in here. There's a big wave, too. They probably want to dive the SF. Got to be careful here.
So currently there's a little bit of support on support brawling. SF is about half HP, but also has 2 stick charges, so it's a bit of a hard dive there. Good decay there from Kobe.
Yeah, Undying's doing well.
I'm always a little bit nervous. Like, I know whenever you're doing the observing when you're casting, you're always nervous about missing first blood. Even though it's only this 1 kill, if you miss first blood, you get given shit for it, so you always make sure to catch first blood.
You gotta start the cast off on the right foot. Get all the action.
I mean, there's been casts where I've missed 1 kill all game and it was first blood, so it wouldn't be unheard of. Sometimes it's that little slap in the ass. Say, all right, pay attention, catch the action, don't miss another kill.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't.
Ember's getting not super far ahead, but a little ahead. I like his build. Going into the Orb of Corrosion, spamming Slight. It is interesting he has no chains, because I feel like this game will really start to progress for Radiant once he has chains. They can follow up with Jakiro, they can follow up with Death Prophet even, so we'll be interested to see when he actually skills it, whether he full greeds and goes like 0-4-4, or if he actually goes back and gets some levels and chains after he maxes Slight.
I wouldn't be too shocked if he gets it at 8, as you mentioned there, after the Slight. We almost saw first blood bottom lane, but it was a missed spear from Keita, so no kill quite yet. in really any lane. I mean, I thought there'd be a lot of brawling, and there has been brawling in the side lanes, but no kills yet. We have been lacking for kills. But top lane, Ray's available.
Rain, triple Rays, almost coming down. Oh, he should have dropped the tomb earlier, I think. Gonna be a wasted tomb here. Probably a pretty big misplay.
There is a decay if Kobe. Oh. She denies the tombstone instead.
Undying gonna go down here?
It's going to be very close. He has 10 sticks.
They got him.
He's dead. First blood to Marshall. Alright then. And you mentioned it's probably going to be in the top lane. It was in the top lane.
Yeah, it was pretty. The Undying. Oh, top lane again.
Almost again from KU.
Dead.
Bull plays some Acid Rain today. He's playing really on the margins right now.
Yeah, I think if the Undying had dropped Tombstone a little bit earlier, they would have got at least the Wyvern kill, but it's a little late on the Tombstone and then stuck around too long. Got greedy, trying to deny. Actually missed the deny too, so pretty big swing in Radiant's favor. Bot lane too, they have this massive wave. Mars is salving. The Faceless Void doesn't even have a... Oh, I like this. Alright, he had a Midas Q. He realized he should go back for treads. Alright, I like that.
See a spear under tower on DP, but again, we're seeing a TP in by Marcy.
Taking a lot of damage, and I don't think they're gonna kill the Mars, but this tower is gonna lose more than half its health. They still have a full wave coming.
I mean, the tower, as
maybe they will pressure the Mars. Actually, they have time dilation in 10. I mean, they're gonna keep going. I think this tower is gonna die. This is pretty crazy. I don't know how they got so many range creeps, but.
Yellow lane for a long time there, equilibrium-wise. Got a lot of range creeps piled up. Tower's not going to die yet,
but yeah. No, it is. They're going to get another wave. That's just, it's really funny, right?
It'll be close.
So. They're going to dive him now.
Humans hitting the tower. Rebuke from Keita. The tower's being hit. Spear on Void.
I think the Mars might die now, too. He's going to get dilated. Oh, Zeus coming in.
Fume goes in. Marshall's dead top. KU as well. Fume TP's away. Gets away. Meanwhile, in the top lane, another death. There's a 2-for-1 top back to bottom again. Cryptstorm from Bolex does not kill Keita. He'll attempt to walk away. He has one wand charge. He's disposed in by Malefic. Spear back on DP. DP will fall across the map. That is a 3-for-1 trade, but Radiant get the tower, so it's a relatively even trade. As all happened, top lane, there's a 2-for-1 as well. He dove top lane for the SF kill, died to a tombstone. Crazy stuff there.
That's pretty amazing. I don't know how often you see Void Wyvern take the tower versus Mars Marcy at 7 minutes. That was pretty good. I didn't even see what happened top lane. Remember?
He has remnants. He will remnant to the double damage rune. And it'll be fine.
Nice.
For now.
Indeedy.
He's going in.
Oh,
he has fight him for to see a kill.
Indeedy. I think the Zeus is dead.
Yeah, foreplay is definitely dead here. A huge kill from Camel Farmer. He might get one more. Boldex has arrived, silencing the Marcy.
Yeah, double.
Oh, sleight of fist. Double kill for Camel Farmer.
This Ember is really popping off. 4.1k net worth. 8 minutes. Really good.
He's over 1,000 gold ahead of Zeus right now. Huge play from Camel there for that kill.
It is funny, the Void is now in
KU solo kills Balljacks. You were saying before that?
Oh, you're good. Solo kill top lane. I was saying it is interesting, the Void doesn't exactly know what to do with all his space. He should really be pulling the lane back, but now that this tower's gone, the lane is just getting into like kind of a bad situation and the Mars is just staticking it. So the Void actually losing out on a lot of efficiency here, unfortunately. It's funny to see.
Seems like both teams have recognized that the top lane is where the action is going to occur next. We have the Siege unit coming in quite soon, so fun should be happening there very, very soon.
Yeah, I think the DP will take the Tome as well. And then as soon as Exo's online, I mean, they can just go. Void also did finally get Chrono. It's going to be low resource because he's jungling like this, but hopefully eventually makes it back to lane.
Well, this thing for Fume is definitely one of the greedier carry players in the league. He's a big fan of hitting creeps, so I wouldn't be too shocked if that Chrono is still available for the next few minutes or so. Top lane, Acid tanks 2 raises, 3 raises from KU. Wow. He's not dead yet. Keita arrives to rebuke the Wyvern. Wyvern is dead, 1 down, Radiant. Dire want more, of course. But it seems like everyone will escape. Marshall will attempt to
get him.
Dispose just in time. Well, Marshall's dead. Arena committed, probably not required, but
Zeus ult.
2 kills.
There's a haste rune on mid. Camel Farmer might look for this dive. I think he should. Uh, he could have gone for that, but maybe the Undying would save him now.
He still wants it, I think, but
yeah, just gonna take the bottle fill. He could have gone for the bounty too in front of the Zeus and maybe surround the top side. Would have been an interesting play, but doing really well this game. Worked on the Maelstrom now, so gonna be starting to accelerate pretty soon. 1600 off. It's still pressuring the mid lane. They have a catapult using the Wyvern heal as well. A lot of pressure coming in. He's gonna hit the Zeus again. Zeus getting really low.
He had saved to be careful. He's backing off entirely. He wants nothing to do with the Ember anymore.
Man, yeah, this bottom lane is still super shoved in. I hope this guy watches the replay and figures out he should have pulled the large camp. Would be good. Sad. The Void would actually be really accelerating right now. He does have a stack small though, so that's good. He's gonna start doing it now.
Yeah, there we go. There's the pull you've been mentioning. And
yeah,
that's at least some dragging back of the lane. During all this, though, we are seeing a siege top lane. Bulljack's got the tome, used his Exo, and now they have just 2 towers dead on the Dire side.
I think it's good that Dire didn't contest that. Focused on walling mid side. It could have maybe used Arena, but dying, maybe in some trouble.
He will tombstone before he dies.
Ember has no remnants out right now. If he gets slowed by Undying.
It's a remnant away. There's a dispose, Arena, Spear, not even needed. Camel's dead.
Big overextension.
Dire want more kills. They find Acid Rain's Wyvern. He'll certainly die, so that's 2 dead on the side of the Radiance. And at this point, now that Exo will end and this mid T1 tower will not die.
And SF TP's top, I like that. Immediately going back to farming efficiently. Good TP by him. He did go the Mask of Madness this game, which I'm not... I mean, I think is okay. I'm not a huge fan of sometimes against Void, just because sometimes you'll press it and just get really squishy and get chronoed, but he's going to go for the Dragonlance next, and I think if he can get to like Dragonlance, maybe an S and Y, maybe even just a BKB, it'd be really hard to kill him actually in this game. They don't have that much burst damage, like I said, on the side of Radiant, so, you know, mid...
Remember again, he's extremely aggressive, wants some more kills, sees the Zeus, he's disposed back.
No.
He'll dodge the spear. Tower is dead. Curse on 3. Curse. Oh, Marcy is demolished.
Really good curse. But the DP's gonna die right away.
Yeah, we'll kill DP. Thunder God's Wrath finishes the job 1-for-1 so far. Ember will escape. So again, it is that 1-for-1.
I like the SF again coming to the fight. Immediately cleans up the DP and neutralizes anything that could have happened. Camel Farmer though, maybe looking for the poke. No, nothing else.
Could have maybe engaged, had 2 remnants, but that's a very bold play for a low percentage chance.
That was really good for Fume as well. He finally got to collect like 3 waves, gets his Midas. Now he's gonna actually be kind of farming jungle efficiently. You know, once you're actually like level 9 and you can farm these 2 camps and then walk back to the lane, it is a really efficient place to be. The longer he can stay here, probably the better. It's interesting to see when Dire will try to kick him out, because I have to imagine it happens soon. Mars has Arena bottom already kind of pressuring, so we'll see if SF decides to make the connection. That would be the obvious next move, I think. For Sus here. It is awkward because they don't have a tier 1, however, though, so it's probably making the advance kind of awkward. That said, Mars, maybe in some trouble here.
He has been chained. Spear is a counterplay. Dire only have 3 in the area, but so do Radiant. It's a 3-on-3 fight. Also seeing a 2v2 break out in the Dire side jungle.
Yeah,
rebound in. Requiem cancels by the sounds of Bulljacks.
Good silence.
Yeah, good silence, as you mentioned. And I guess everyone's fine. Thought there'd be 2 fights, instead there's no fights. But there is a 3-man smoke play.
Yeah, smoking to re-engage. I wish they would take the longer angle here, but it might work anyway. If the SF gets tossed away, though, it's going to get really awkward. They can chain both. If they chain both, misses the silence.
Miss silence, chains on both.
Oh, triple stun.
Requiem on the way. Fears away 3 heroes. Tombstone on top. Radiant melt. They lose 2 immediately. Marshall will attempt the TP, and the curse might succeed. It's a 2-for-1 now. Crushing a 2-for-2. Somehow foreplay died as well. So now it's Acid Rain on the run. Will get eventually killed. Turns into a 3-for-2 in Sus's favor. Good curse there from Acid to kill the Zeus, but still ends up being a fight in favor of the Dire.
Yeah, just couldn't get their spells off. I think Especially when the Void isn't playing with you, there's no real follow-up, like I said, to this chain. Like, they can chain, and then, I mean, they've already wasted the silence, and the Jakiro, like, doesn't know where the SF is, so he's not going to hit the blind ice path. It's kind of hard to actually connect without this chrono. I feel like they should just be looking to make the 5-man play with the Faceless Void. He's been off-map for, like, a couple minutes now, so, they can use this threat that they've created, I think, and make a move with him. Maybe look to get back in the game there. They have Exo still. They didn't expend any ults besides the Curse, which will be up soon. Camel Farmer pushing bottom. Kind of a static game. And I don't know, this SF is getting really big. I feel like this might not actually favor Radiant as much as I originally thought. It's interesting, just to see how it plays out or whatever.
Yeah, we've seen Shadow Fiend farm basically freely all game, and once he gets that BKB timing, I'm guessing he'll be very, very strong.
This SF has been doing a good job at showing up to the engagements too, and like actually involving himself in the defenses on their side, so I really like how he's been playing. Mid.
Good Invis Rune denied from Acid Rain, and Marshall will now drop the Macro Pyre. Thunder God's Wrath gives Dire the vision, but nobody will die quite yet. We're seeing Camel Farmer come from the east side into the fight, but Dire and Arena on Acid Rain. Exo is the play from Voljax. Malefic is the trade of 1-for-1 now. Dire will attempt to keep you away on the Mars, but instead Kate's Keepy is cancelled by Camel Farmer's chains. Kate will attempt to walk away as Blink is being cancelled. Grip Swarm will pop the range drop, and there goes the Blink away. Power raindrops right there. Without that raindrop, he could not blink away there in the Mars.
Yeah, really important. So, I mean, they still have Chrono. I guess if they can get involved and use Chrono, I think they would win these fights. I mean, they shouldn't even be close, actually, I would say. If they Exo and they're able to Macro Pyre on any sort of Chrono, they should be able to clean up at least 2 heroes and then reset. Just hard to take the fights there when the Void isn't actually ready. Focused on maximizing. He is going to be going for, I think, a good item build when Midas Maelstrom going to go Shard next, I think. And I mean, I think he should rush the BKB, because as soon as he gets BKB, I mean, he'll be able to enter the fight and press time dilation and then wait for a good Chrono from there. Because right now, I think he has to play pretty committal on the Chrono. Make sure he doesn't get stunned randomly by some, Marcy or Mars. Mid, Marshall.
Speaking of Marcy, stuns Jakiro mid lane. Tombstone's on the floor, and Marshall will join the grave. That is his 3rd death of the game. And so far, Dire are ahead 14 kills to 8.
Yeah, really good play by Dire. I like the play by the Marcy. Moving around, being active, finding picks. Undying stacking too in the tri-camp. There's going to be really fat stacks for this SF. That's going to be a pretty big injection of gold. Might see the SF's BKB coming online really soon. And if he goes and farms that now, I mean, he'll get close to 1,000 gold, and he only needs 1,000.
He's conveniently 1,000 gold away from that BKB, so 1,000 gold will be very nice. Though, seems like Radiant might go for an attempt mid lane. They've got a lot of heroes nearby. They might just go into that Dire side tri-camper.
He's pinging it. That's good. I like this. Gonna raise. He has a good build too. I like the 2 in raise and then getting aura. I think he should go stats as well.
Yeah, he's 2 points in the stats right now. He is ready to go.
Good build by this SF. Really, the SF seems like the best player of the game to me. He's playing really well.
Yeah, KU, I think KU's top 500 right now. He's been there. He's a good player for sure. That's why the TV was banned out in the draft. They just fear this man on his best carry heroes.
Yeah, he's doing a really good job. And SF's kind of a hard hero actually. It's not. It's like it's very glass cannon. So when you make mistakes on this hero, it's very obvious, and you won't actually scale into the game. So I've been doing a really good job, I think. Void is keeping up in net worth almost though. Had a pretty good start to the lane, took the tower. We're still a little poor, like I said, but gonna be catching up. This Midas will eventually pay off. I do think theoretically that the Faceless Void should have some Ultra God late game timing to win this game. So I think biggest worry for Radiant is Dire getting a good Rosh here. Like, this smoke connects on the Faceless Void, for example, and then they walk in a Rosh. But they just walk in a Rosh right away. This is fine. Yeah, do it. Great Rosh call.
Yeah, there is that Shadow Fiend minus armor, so it's certainly quite fast. Free
they don't even need the Undying. Now he's going to walk over, finally pop his ult. A little late. They would have had it by now, but pretty good. Just get the roast for free, and now you have this SF with this Aegis, and this is where this hero, I think, gets really good versus Faceless Void. It's a great early roast taker, and they can put this dude up and, you know, body at the tower, and if this Faceless Void commits on this SF and they chrono, and this SF, you know, doesn't die a second time, you know, presses his BKB and walks their tower down, they might lose a tier 3. They might lose a Rax, because this SF will be, like, way too overwhelming if you don't have chrono to deal with him, I think, at this point in the game. I hope that Dire make the transition to just kind of walking them down. Like, I think you can start with top tower if you want, but they're already not exactly grouped. I mean, I think getting the lanes out first is fine, but ideally they're able to really group around this SF and take the majority of these tier 1s now at this point during the game. Faceless Void keeping top. Marcy TP'd out, unfortunately. Bad timing.
Seems like, again, D-pushing is the name of the game for both teams, but now Dire finally coming mid. SF just hit the 15 as well, so he has that presence or effects building talent finally, so he is ready to run it down, run the train, take multiple mid lane towers, and here we go. KD uses this one to walk up, in vision perhaps, not caring at all.
This Faceless Void TP top, they can just hit. I think they should know that it's fine. They don't have vision of the Void yet, but as soon as the Void shows, they're going to hit the tower. Yeah, they should ping it.
Yeah, they're showing heroes in both bottom and top lane. They know Dire have a 5v3 advantage here, so Sus will take this D1 tower. AU slaps it down very easily.
So,
Arena only on one, but it is the Wyvern. There will be no curse if he dies, so he'll embrace himself, but he will not live much longer. Acid Rain. We got a one-man curse off, but it's already ending. As has the life of that mid T1 tower. Machine gets exposed as well, but DP is fine. You were saying?
Dire did lose a tier 2 bottom. Unfortunately, this Jakiro is destroying the game right now. Really funny. They will be losing a really fat wave top, so I mean, they're trying to force mid with this SF as well, but I think they need to use 1 or 2 heroes and get back on the sides and just collect their sides out. Take the GPM, because if you notice, they're actually losing gold, right? Like, they just lost 1,000 gold. So, like, I don't know, strategically as a team, I thought everything they did was pretty good up until the Roche. I even liked the Roche a lot, but not really being able to transition this Aegis and this power spike into anything tangible. Just kind of not good enough at catching the rats on the side. I think they can use this SF mid and use him like kind of more as a bait, and then actually, like, you know, maybe find a smoke and maybe kill someone on the side there. Now they're going for the smoke like a little late, and the smoke's gonna not actually connect into anything. You know, Radiant have already grouped up, and so kind of missing a pretty big timing here. Gonna keep losing gold as well. Probably gonna lose another 500 gold based on this map move. So really looking for Dire to get some heroes down the lane aggressively, play away from the SF, like let this dude use his Aegis. When, you know, they have to realize that Radiant is dodging them or whatever, and, you know, walk down one of these sides. Because again, both side towers still up, and they did take this mid tower, which is important, but yeah, I don't know, the longer you know, there you go, right? Now they're actually down 2,000 gold. And they're the ones with the Aegis. They're the ones who really should be stronger in this game.
Alright, here we go. Finally, perhaps. Never mind. Ember Spirit is an Ember Spirit, had defensive remnant. He's entirely fine. And Hume is showing his BKB is not finished, but he's also time walking away. Dire grouped is 5, and Radiant appear to know that. So if you're Nebula on this Radiant side, you just split the map as you've been doing all game. And
oh, another smoke, man. They're really going for it. They're gonna, okay, this one's a little better. They're gonna show the SF on the tower. They're gonna smoke past. If they can find this Void, that'd be a huge connection. He's 200 off his BKB, and they see him. They should jump him right away.
Arena and the Spear, really big kill if they get it. Dispose, rebound, the bolt, the huge kill on Fume.
And they're gonna walk down bottom now. This SF's gonna be able to walk all the way down bottom. Take a tier 2. They might even force the tier 3, and all of a sudden they got their gold advantage back. And, you know, all it takes is one good move. So really well played by them. I like using the SF as a bit of a bait there. That's good. That's exactly what they needed to do. And find the Void really close to his BKB, man. Really unfortunate timing for Faceless Void there.
Yeah, that's totally in a nutshell, right? You spend 4 minutes straight clawing back a 2k lead into a 0 lead, and then 1 kill suddenly is 3k back to sus again.
Yeah, I think the SF should hit the high ground here. He's got 30 seconds. There's 15 seconds on Void. Like, he's going to force a glyph at least.
It is refreshed from the T2 bottom dying.
I think it's good to force it, and then, yeah, run away. Great. Really good. Now they can look to clear out the sides. They are going to lose their tier 2 top to the Jakiro, funny enough. This guy's beast split pushing on this game right now. But pretty good. Now they're gonna lose the Aegis, and the map state's gonna reset. Hopefully, Radiant look at this opportunity to go for a smoke. Faces Void's 300 off his BKB, so he's gonna show on bot wave. Hopefully, I mean, it's kind of awkward, man. They really do need to start with the Void, so a little bit weird. Void's gonna probably show here. Yeah. Take his BKB. The rest of Radiant are gonna show as well, so a wasted smoke here, unfortunately.
I feel like we haven't seen Chrono in... Actually, have we seen a single Chrono all game?
I don't think he's pressed Chrono a single time, I'm gonna be honest with you.
I'm trying to remember, and I don't think he has.
So, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, double smoke, but that smoke was on a ward, so they saw that. Certainly, Dire should know.
Even the, I think the Siege unit also was giving vision, so Dire should definitely know.
Yeah. Seems they have sniffed it out and are walking away. That's good. I mean, it's not so bad for Radiant here. They will get their wards down, and, you know, they'll take control of the top side. They're the aggressors. They know that they have the power in this game without this Aegis. I would say this game is going to function kind of like that until the end of the game. If the SF has Aegis, they are going to be stronger, and if the SF doesn't have Aegis, they're going to have to play the dodge game a little bit, look to bait this Chrono out. Use some buybacks, something like that to win the fight.
We are going to see a very important timing, though, assuming that Sus can get that second Roshan. That's your Aegis and your free shard for SF, and then... I mean, he's already 2k hold of the Void. At that point, he'll be a full 4k out of the Void, and that's a huge death ball time at that point. He should be the Silver Edge as well by that time, so that's... You know, Silver Edge, second life, free shard. That's a very powerful KU.
Yeah, I really want to get the shard. Some of the SFs wait to buy it or whatever when they're stomping, but the shard is actually, I'd say, the most broken part of the SF carry. It's like a mini stun on like really low cooldown. I don't know what the cooldown is. It's only a couple seconds. It doesn't say on the spell. I don't know. I should know that, I guess. But
I want to say it's like 6 seconds. It's very short.
Yeah, it's like a pretty short cooldown, and there's like way too many fights, man, where you just auto-attack some dude at an invis, and they're just feared, and then because they're feared, your second stun connects. Like, this is actually a reliable way to get your Marcy rebound to connect on this Ember, funny enough. Like, you know, you might just hit this dude, and he's randomly feared, and then boom, like, you can connect your second stun. I think, yeah, the shard on SF is at least my favorite part of him as carry right now. I think it's really important in your kit. I think that a lot of times it's worth it to just buy it early. Like, it's similar to Ursa shard nowadays, where like, yeah, it is really nice to like get this shard from Roche and buy your extra item early, but sometimes you really just need the shard. You know, it's a really high value item, I think. So hopefully he buys it over his Butterfly, or he saves buyback for Roche fight. That would be pretty beast too if he did that. Like, Ember Spirit does buy out an Ags? Is he rich? He does. He has a full Ags. This Ember is getting to critical mass, though.
Those Ags is dead for a few minutes,
wow.
though.
Yeah.
And a Purple Flames. That's a big courier to die. TP, free Ags parts.
He can drop the cloak, I'm pretty sure, in the base if he really wants it, and ask like his teammate to pick it up. So could actually get the cloak there, I think. But yeah, that is a big loss, losing the Ags. And man, if he had the shard here, he would kill the Ember. So this is where it'd be so valuable. Now he's gonna ult. Just ult. Okay.
Arena and the spear, not dodge. Curse on 4, it's fantastic, but Campbell's already dead.
Mars is facing the right way. He might live. Really is facing the right way.
Yeah, Mars barely lives. Unfortunate there. It was a perfect 4-man curse, but not perfect enough apparently. Now, yeah, at this point, Exo's already been used. You're down your Ember. You're down your Exo. That's a disaster there for the side of Nebula.
The fact that Bulwark works on allies is great. Really helpful there. Definitely would not have lived otherwise. If some people go stats over levels in Bulwark too. Pretty sure if he had done that, he was also gonna die. So good that he's leveled that ability. It's good. I wonder. I mean, Dire should have control for Roche now. There is still Chrono. I haven't seen one, but it exists.
He has 3 points in it. He's definitely has put more points in Chrono than the number of times he's used Chrono.
Buy out his Mjolnir. He really is 0-1-0. This is a true. I mean, I don't want to flame him, but this is kind of a performance here. He better fucking have a he better have like a 4 or 5-man Chrono.
I mentioned he's an enjoyer of hitting creeps, and he has been enjoying hitting the creeps today. He's only been hitting creeps.
All right, Roche is up. It's gonna be a fight. There's no Exo, no curse.
Spear is
Curse
missed
aside.
on Jakiro.
Really good
BKB
chains though. Double BKB pop.
Ember is half HP. Jakiro's even lower on HP. Chronosphere online. Used only on Shadow Fiend. The DP will fall to Marcy. SF is going to die. Curse on 3 as well on the north side of the fight. The Mars is in danger, as is Zeus. Bashes from Fume, redeeming his game. The arena, it's only on Fume, but he time out outside of it, bashing down the Zeus. Zeus will attempt to jump away. He'll TP. It will succeed. The ice path was missed. Fume will kill the Marcy, tunneling in towards Keita. Keita will fall to Camel Farmer. Kobe will TP away. But at this point, that's 3 dead on the side of Sus. Nebula, at long last. They have done it, and they will get the free Roshan.
They should walk Roche right away, otherwise it's going to get contested. This Faceless Void does not realize, alright, now he's walking over, they're pinging it. They might get contested for this. I don't know, they don't have any ultis. That was like best case scenario for the Faceless Void. The SF got caught by the Ice Path, and then because he got caught by the Ice Path, the Void was able to Chrono without the SF getting his BKB off. I think the SF could have BKB'd and maybe lived through Chrono, but yeah, gets the Chrono, one-shots the SF, and a big 3-man curse while the Chrono is happening. So Undying heals, nothing is actually going to come through and save him. So that big Roche too.
Aegis to Void, Shard to Ember, and they're now for the first time in literally the entire game, pretty much, they're in the lead.
Yeah, they're in real command of this game. Like I said, the Dire Draft only really functions from ahead with this Aegis. When you don't have this Aegis, you're not going to win fights, and especially if the Faceless Void has this Aegis, you're definitely not going to win a fight, because it's going to take you all-inning this Faceless Void to actually win the fight. Like, you're going to have to press Arena and press SF ult just to kill the Faceless Void here, especially against the Wyvern. Like, the SF really needs to get his ult off to fear the Wyvern away before he gets, like, some sort of blank save on the Void, because the Void will, I mean, he only had to press Chrono 1 time to win this game, but that could be his only Chrono. Like, I don't think he'll need to press it again. Meanwhile, though, Marcy...
Yeah, one more kill there for Nebula. No BKB, but that's not going to get him out of his fights.
Yeah, I don't think Dire can function anymore, unfortunately, until they wait out this Aegis. And they should maybe even try to itemize for the late game, like build some sort of sheep stick, build some sort of like real way to... Yeah, they need a real way to kill this Ember and Faceless Void at some point in the game. They're going to have to start with like Mars, Arena, Spear on this, Wyvern, and then maybe they can actually like, blink in on Zeus or SF and sheep some dude and find the pick off, because otherwise I don't know how they can actually team fight this game, fortunately.
And it's only really the Mars who's that good at the team fighting and the pickoffs. I mean, maybe at some point, SF bought his own shards, so that's the very least he has to fear now, but 2 lives on Void, not hard to deal with, as you've mentioned. As I've mentioned, it's difficult, and we're seeing more and more HP get purchased on Fume. He's buying a full Scotty soon. He'll be a lot tankier with that.
I also think the SF could have gone a better item build. I think, in hindsight or whatever, you have this Marcy to give you the sidekick lifesteal. And, going this Mask of Madness into Silver Edge probably isn't the right items. Like, he could have gone S and Y into Satanic or something and not gone the Mom at all. And I think that would have put him in a really good spot. Meanwhile, Marshall got
Dispos under a tier 3
Meanwhile,
tower.
though, KU is going to die. Top, he's going to get Chrono.
There's no mana for it. He's out of mana.
Oh, okay.
He lacks the mana for Chrono. 50 mana. Difference between KU being alive and dead right now.
Now, big opportunity for Dire here. Now they're going to smoke up based on what they just saw. They're going to maybe find a good pick. I don't know. They don't really want this Wyvern. It would be really unfortunate to run another Wyvern here. But maybe they can connect on the Ember. Ember has no BKB. Does have buyback, though. They are just going to connect on the Wyvern.
They see Wyvern. They'll pick the free kill. Arena committed, but at the very least, the kill was a kill. They wanted the Ember, as you mentioned, but it's better than nothing.
Yeah, it is better than nothing.
Man, this is a situation where, even though it's only a 2k lead, this game feels incredibly hard for the Dire. I mean, you mentioned Hexes. Other than Hexes, what kind of counterplay do they even have right now into this Void Ember dual core?
I mean, it's just got to be Mars. Marcy can maybe start. Like I said, Marcy can maybe find a jump on this dude from Fog, and the Void doesn't BKB, and then you can connect the Spear after. But I don't think he dies in one Spear. Like, I really don't. I think there's going to be either a heal or a curse or like an ice path. Like, something will get in the way of this dude dying in one Mars stun. So they really need to be able to actually chain and get 4 seconds of CC on this guy while the SF goes to town. Maybe SF can just invis ult this dude though, and they'll win the team fight that way. You never know. So it is possible. Dire have 1 more minute. They are gonna force. I think we're gonna see rainbow TPs. So
he's mid, he's mid right now. That's a glyph forced out, and there's still a Jakiro in a wave top lane. Exo was there from Bulljax. This could get really dicey fast. Fume time locks in. Malefic goes for a very bold initiation, though BKB try to live. Is there a bash? There's no bash in the spear. Will be miss on the arena. Requiem will fear nobody. Colonel on 2. Zeus and the Undying. Camel is in the backlines. Curse on 2 as well. Fantastic. 3 dead in the Dire. Zeus buys back, but they're collapsing right now at 3 buybacks. Fume still has the Aegis. He's going to lose. No! He'll time lock everything! He's bashing KU! It's a disaster right now!
Over.
Fume!
Ember should just use all his remnants right now, man.
And
yeah, he's gonna kill literally
triple kill, an ultra kill for Camel Farmer!
He's gonna kill literally everybody. He has 5 remnants. Like, just kill everybody.
It's a rampage for Camel Farmer!
Yeah,
it's over!
There you go, thank you. GG, man. Call GG. This one's over. That was like the worst case scenario. Everything that could go wrong went wrong for Dire all at once. There's no way they can win that fight. That was just super crazy. I don't know.
That's 4 buybacks committed, 3 diebacks, your top racks, probably your mid racks.
Radiant should hit Throne, man. They have no buys. Like, I don't know what they're waiting for. Like, surely they could just hit Throne. They got... I mean, I guess they're just going to take Megas. That's fine, playing it respectfully. It's the Grand Finals. That's probably better.
Winners Finals.
Oh, Winners Finals? Whatever, same thing, right? You know, they're being respectful. That's the important part. So, I guess that's good. That shows composure. Bodes well for them in the future.
There's been a lot of games thrown in these playoffs, especially in the losers bracket, so I'm sure they've watched these games where I've seen those up megas actually through the other week, so maybe they're being a little bit careful not throwing up megas. They just want to get every bit of lead they can, not run it down and throw the lead away. It will be megas, though, going to Nebula on this Radiant side. Eventually.
Yeah, I mean... Megas are...
That's Requiem, but it's a low soul Requiem. Arena off the mark.
Uh-oh, man. It's another rampage for this Ember.
It's a disengagement from the side of Nebula, but... Again, they're fine disengaging. They've gotten what they came for. Marcy will BKB and Unleash, disposing Camel, but Camel's absolutely
just
fine.
No stuns. Mars needs to hit, like,
that's her
5
curse on, too.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, here we go. Mars will hit the spear on nobody because it's a BKB Void. KU gets time locked upon.
Chrono
on 3 Hero. Say good night for game number 1. We're headed to game number 2. There's your GGs.
Yeah, looked pretty easy. Faceless Void Doubters? That's me, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking. This guy doesn't even need to press Chrono. Unneeded. I mean, his 1 Chrono in the Tri-Camp was pretty solid, so... yeah, I guess that's good enough to win. It's pretty good.
That's the power of Void, right? You get exactly 1 hero and Chrono Sphere for the first 30 minutes, and you still win the game.
Yeah, exactly. Pretty good. I mean, I think Dire had a real timing there with that first Aegis, where maybe they could have got the game to a state where Radiant have a hard time playing. Radiant might have even lost to Rax or something, I feel like. So definitely not... they shouldn't feel too bad after that game. I feel like they can go into game 2, and say, we have a really good shot. Like, we were really close. Like, 2-3 different things, and they might actually, won that game. So don't think it was too one-sided. Was a really good game, though.
I know we're definitely going to see probably either a Void ban or a Void block pick. I would not give up Void again, because once again, Fume didn't have that great of a Void game, but yet he still took it over.
Do they? What was their... They picked Undying. I'm surprised they didn't just take Viper. They saw a DP Faceless Void on 6-7. I feel like you have to be willing to punish this. I mean, you counterpicked yourself, right? Like, Mars is... Void is counterpicked to Mars, so you're kind of like... You're asking for this dude to have a pretty free time. I mean, it kind of went like a, disastrously, right? Like, they lost their tower at 7 minutes, but... yeah, I think if they just have a better offlane hero on 8-pick, this 6-7 Void wouldn't be as scary. I mean, obviously... Oh, thank you, sorry.
That's okay.
Obviously, it's... I'm not used to this. Obviously, it's not... it's still Faceless Void will still do Faceless Void things, but Viper versus Void is really hard for the Void. This Void will come out with, 3K net worth at 10 minutes, and that's good enough to play a much easier snowball game, I feel like.
All right, we have again a dire selection from Sus. And they actually ended up choosing Dire last game as well. They lost the coin flip, chose Dire. They're choosing Dire over second pick. They really want to play Dire side here.
Yeah, I think Dire side. I mean, when I look at their strat does involve some sort of like Roche taker, right? Like this Marcy, SF, Undying, all great at Roche. So I assume they just want to play heroes that are good at Roshing, and Dire side is the best place to actually make that happen. I'd say that's kind of similar to what we did. I mean, there's other teams in China that were doing that a lot, where they just play Dire side and they just play like SF or Ursa or something, and they just walk in and they just take this shit really freely. So I mean, I think it's fine. I think their draft was good on Dire side, so I don't mind it. Second pick's also, I think, gone down in value just because I'm dying. Like, there's a bunch of really good heroes that you really want on 5, and I would say there's like, or maybe the way phrase is like, there's just enough of them or whatever. Like, you're gonna get something really good on 5 that wouldn't be in otherwise or whatever.
All right, I'm going to cut us to a fast 2-minute break. Well, me and Sam will be back in 2 minutes for game number 2 of Sus versus Nebula. We'll see you soon. Greetings and salutations again, Dota fans. We're back for game number 2 of Nebula, aka Misu's Pisside City, taking on Sus in game number 2 of the Lads Season 10 Winners Finals. Once again joined by Wildcards captain, the man formerly known as Mobile Wings, Sammyboy. How you doing?
Good. How about yourself? That's some good lore. Got some lore in there. Always need lore.
I'm still doing quite well. Love me some Lads casting, and again, so far the bans have not changed. It is that Rubik Respect ban first overall.
You gotta fill me in on the banners. Why do the banners look like this? What's the lore behind Dead Body Reported and Karen? You know,
Karan is a little bit, as the team name would suggest, sus. He is an imposter. His Earth Spirit is not very good.
I see. So it's like, yeah, it is. So there is lore. It's like a specific person or whatever.
Yeah, he's a Lads player, longtime Lads player as well.
Nice. That's really funny. That's good.
He's definitely one of the more joked about players in the league. So he's a good guy. He streams sometimes to I'm in his Twitch chat. Me and his 700 viewers just chilling. It's a good time.
All right, Undying. That's good. There's a faceless void ban, so.
I mean, Pudge is available if Sus wanted to grab it at 8, and I know that KU thinks that Pudge is unironically the second best carry in Dota right now, so I wouldn't be shocked if they grab it.
Oh yeah, I guess there was a Pudge ban last game. All right, yeah, that's true. We'll see. That'd be exciting. Always down for some Pudge.
Why, it's the exact same heroes again. It is Undying 5 into DP6. The teams know what they want.
Yeah, they do. We'll see what their pair is. They could just take, like, some ranged hero to pair with the DP in the offlane if you want, like Marcy or not ranged hero, excuse me, melee 4. Marcy or Earthshaker. I think Marcy's the best versus Undying. You could also take, like, Direct Answer, Snapfire. Another great hero versus Undying, good at killing the tomb. Good at disengaging. Interested to see what they take. Hopefully it's not Pudge. To be honest, I think Pudge is probably not a great pick here. Not great into Undying, and probably not that high synergy with Death Prophet. I mean, maybe it's fine.
I know Acid's a big Tusk Nyx player, but it will be the Wyvern, possibly for him again this game.
I think Wyvern's pretty good versus Undying. It's like, it's not good at killing the tomb, but it hits the tomb. So that's like acceptable. And I think, yeah, I mean, he played a good Wyvern last game. No complaints, really. I thought he had really good curses, actually. So I think this is the type of hero when you're feeling it, good to play more of. So I guess I'm a fan of that. Kind of owned last game. I would say the Wyvern was really standout last game. Maybe. So.
Yeah, Acid had a great Wyvern game, but it's also still a flex pick because Bulljack also plays the Wyvern. Camel can play it mid, even though Wyvern mid's kind of dead in this patch. There's a lot of versatility there.
Yeah. I will say there is an obvious weakness with the 6/7 in that, like, you don't have a stun. So hopefully Sus, like, identify that and they say, okay, like, let's ban your favorite stunners on, the next 3 bans. I don't know what their favorite stunners are. I don't know. I'm a bad analyst or whatever. I don't know. But whatever their 3 favorite stunners are, like, hopefully those are what you just ban and you just, like, force the DP and the Wyvern to be in kind of uncomfortable positions. They will go for the Zeus again, which, I mean, it's a better Zeus game this game. Hopefully they ban the Ember, actually. Hopefully they just ban Ember. Ember is great versus Undying as well. Slighted Fist will actually hit all these zombies. Could also be a Pangolier ban. I think Pangolier is another good hero in response to Undying that does pretty well versus Zeus in the mid lane. So maybe those can be 2 of their bans. Yeah, there's the Ember. That's good. I think the Zeus is good. A lot of damage. Another Terrorblade ban, which is interesting. I guess must be TB spammer on Sus.
Yes, Sus's KU is probably the most notorious TV player below like 8k MMR. He is. I mean, there's a famous clip of Sheepstick with I think it was the 7-3 team at the time. When he made the Bears team, was like, fucking KU Terrorblade, man. It's very depressed. I mean, KU Terrorblade, it won Season 7 of Lads. It's notorious. They don't want to play against it.
All right, nice. More lore. Type. I mean, I would like a Pango ban, but I don't know if they'll do it. They could ban, like, just any jumpers. Like, I mean, just ban spirits, man. Just ban spirits that'll beat Zeus and jump the Wyvern. Or sorry, excuse, yeah.
They banned the Jug for now, though. It is one of the more popular Fume heroes.
Yeah, Jug is great versus Zeus. Healing Word is one of the best sustained spells, I would say, in the game versus Zeus. I mean, there's like Chen, but
10 seconds remaining.
um, yeah,
5
Jug's a decent ban.
remaining.
That's probably one of the big differences between the pro game and like this high-level amateur Dota is there's not that many Chen players in this league. There's a handful of very good Chen players like Sasquatch and Ka, but in general, there's not that many Chen players.
You'd be surprised. There's not there's not that many Chen players in competitive anyway. Funny enough. I'm surprised too, because it's really not that hard of a hero, but people just like are scared. And you'll fail a lot on the first like 10 games or whatever. So
You yelled at in your pubs like, please micro your creeps better, terrible Chen player, get some low prio.
yeah, you gotta build like the micro fundamentals or whatever. You gotta actually work on your micro first, I guess. But like I feel like if people put like a month of their time into it, it wouldn't be that hard.
I guess the concern is like if you spend a month of your life learning Chen, then Chen gets dumpster nerfed. It's like, oh,
10 seconds.
well, I'll see Chen in three years again when it gets unnerfed.
Yeah,
Great.
sure, but like it'll transfer. You can go play Enchantress, you can go play Visage, you can go play like Enigma, I guess. You can go play other heroes that have the micro aspect. I think it's a worthwhile skill.
Absolutely.
Maybe not everyone. But yeah, it is curious. Not that much Chen, actually. It was a Beastmaster ban.
Yeah, Beastmaster is definitely one of the better sus heroes. I guess that's every role has like at least one or two micro heroes in it, so every role can learn it.
Yeah, nowadays I think
Remaining.
the pool has kind of expanded. I mean, there's a lot of offlane ones. Like all the summon heroes are kind of micro heroes. No more Broodmother though. God bless.
God bless. I'm sure Devi Lama not happy about that one, but the rest of the Dota community very happy.
So I watched they tried to play it in C or something. It looked pretty. They actually won, but it looked pretty bad. I don't know. Bad hero. That said, what do I know? Maybe we'll see it at TI.
It's gonna see
Sure,
the
sure
pocket
someone will
brute
try
pick.
it. Yeah, someone will try it. Man, really thinking about this. 15 pick.
I guess it is the one pick where they won't be able to counter pick immediately afterwards. Because obviously 18-24, you have that massive counter pick potential. For 15, they go for a very reliable pick. It's the old reliable Mars.
Yeah, very stable. I mean, it's a decent way to catch Zeus. It's okay versus Undying. I would say it's not good versus Undying, but it's good against Zeus for sure. And this does solve their stun issue, right? That's what I said right after first phase. Like these supports, they need stuns. They're just backliners really.
Remaining.
DP like doesn't really frontline as a support, especially. So I like that they're just grabbing their team fight, and hopefully their mid also has catch. Like they really need catch on all three cores, I would say, for their supports to function. But Mars is a good start for sure.
I guess both teams are relatively low in reserve time. Both are down to about a minute of it. And if you're sus, it's probably time for your 4 support pick, if I had to guess.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I guess they just want Zeus mid every game. I wonder if the Mars could be mid. I know Mars mid used to be counterpicked to Zeus. Because you would just get Arena and fucking kill this guy right away.
Campbell does play it if they want to go that direction, but they haven't done it in a long time.
Alright, so there's the Pudge. It's a good Pudge game. It's good versus Wyvern, good versus DP. It's good versus Mars, actually, I would say. So pretty beast Pudge game. I mean, I'm not super sold, but I don't like that he doesn't have a stun in his lane. I don't like that. I don't like Undying and Zeus because he doesn't really have setup. I think Pudge is a little better when you have some actual initiation, you have some real follow-up or a real start, because he can be used like twofold. He can be used to like grab the guy, or he can be used as a save. Like your stun can go in and then you can actually just grab him out or eat him or whatever. Most of the time they don't buy the shard anymore, but all right, there's the setup stun, Sand King. This means the Pudge is support maybe?
I think it might be Pudge, Parry, Zeus 4, Sand King 3, Undying 5 from what that's my guess right now from what I know these players.
All right, so I guess they will flex the Zeus. So I mean that makes their draft a little better. I am curious what they're gonna pick on 23 though. Fast counter pick Nakes. I mean it's a pretty great Nakes game.
Yeah, one of the more classical counters to Pudge. Obviously not as much as it used to be with the changes to Flesh Heap, but Gradient Sand King in lane, Gradient Zeus, Gradient Undying. Great game for Lifestealer.
I don't think it's as good. I mean, I think it's actually kind of neutral versus Pudge personally, but definitely really good versus Sand King and Zeus and Undying. So definitely a good next game.
Now I
It's
think
gonna be
like, back in the day it used to be the counter, but nowadays definitely not anymore.
yeah, your W kind of sucks, and you have to buy your shard to get open wounds back, and you're like you actually have really high attack speed. Like you used to like be some dude who hit not very often, but you hit really hard, and now you hit like very fast, but not very much damage. So Pudge, Flesh Heat works really well against those types of heroes. I'd say. I think he struggles with more of like just like big damage. I don't even know what that is though. Like Ursa type damage. It just scales.
You know what I want to see this game? I want to see Fume on the Lifestealer buy some dust. I think if he buys some dust, Sand King is food until he has Blink Dagger.
Can't they just buy sentries? Why do they need dust? Just curious.
But sometimes you gotta put the dust in your own hands. Can't rely on supports to have sentries everywhere. You gotta have dust.
No, you could just buy the sentry. What the hell?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I feel like I mean, dust is just so committal. Like you should place a sentry. I feel like because at least like you don't need like do you really need your 9 sentries in the pregame like or in the early game? Like I don't know, just buy like 3 sentries, put them next to Sand King, and then call it a day. I don't know. Maybe you'll get in a sentry war, but that'll just make him poor or whatever.
That is true, but when you buy a dust, you send a message. I'm spending 40 extra gold just to kill you. This is a message being
sent. How much
sent.
does dust cost? It's only like...
Wait, is it not 90 anymore? Oh god.
I don't know. Is it 80? Isn't it super expensive? Like, isn't it 80 gold? Is it not 80 gold? You only get 1, right?
Alright, Dust of Appearance. Let's find out.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
It is 80 gold exactly.
Since I've switched to support, I very rarely buy dust. Like, I just spam sentries. I don't know. I feel like you can buy dust if you really need it. Like, you like don't have enough sentries, but I'm a sentry fan. I don't know. Dust is so expensive. Like 80 gold? Like, what the hell? It's a one-time use? Like, shit.
30 gold more expensive a sentry to not really do
I could almost have
does.
2 sentries for that. Like, I should just wait and get 2 sentries. That's way better. Sorry, not to shit on your dust idea.
I understand, trust me. I understand. I am a mere 5k pay and I have half of your MMR. I understand, trust me. But it's interesting, it's interesting to get a very candid opinion about dust. I like it.
Yeah,
I appreciate
I feel like didn't dust used to be like 80? Didn't you used to get 2 of them, or was it 160?
It used to be 2 dusts for 180 back in the day, and then they made it individual dusts for 90, and then they changed it to 80, I guess, after that.
Man, dust is so expensive. What bullshit. Why sentries are so cheap now too? Like, why is dust so expensive?
Maybe Ice Rock just doesn't like dust.
Probably not. Yeah. All right, so Razor last pick. I mean, so it is Zeus mid. Yeah, I guess. I'm not a huge fan of this
I'm actually not
Razor.
sure right now. I'm actually not sure if I think it might be Razor mid actually.
I'm like really worried about this Razor. I think it's not good into Wyvern. It's not good into Mars. It's like good into Lifestealer, but it's not even that good. It's like very average, I would say. Maybe above average, maybe like 55 or 60% versus Snakes, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of it versus Mars and Wyvern. Wish they had something a little bit more powerful. I'm worried that they're gonna run out of gas. Like Sand King's gonna jump and Razor's gonna link. They'll kill one hero, and after they kill that one hero, the rest of Radiant are just gonna clean up. As long as the one hero they killed like isn't the Lifestealer or Mars or something. I don't know. And there's a curse, and it's good heal, good save.
5 seconds less of reserve time. There's no more time to think for Balljacks. It's time to select your hero.
Any prediction? Bat Rider.
They've grabbed one of the best mids in the game. I mean, other than Lina, arguably the best mid in the game right now.
I will say Zeus's counterpick Bat Riders. Oh no, the bat's off lane. It's DP mid.
Wait a minute.
I don't like that at all.
It's Mars 5, Bat 3, DP mid. What?
I'm like a big hater. I changed my mind. These people are. I mean, maybe the double ranged offlane versus Undying is actually good. Maybe it'll be fine. I don't know. I don't like the double melee versus Sand King though. That sounds like an easy way to get shit on for no reason. So hopefully, yeah, they should just put Mars mid. If they put Mars mid, it'd be so good. I mean, if they put Mars mid and DP5 would like fix their draft. I feel like but instead the Mars is the 5, so
10 seconds remaining.
that's what we got. I actually think, I don't know. I'll still favor Radiant to be honest, but I don't like this. And it is mid Razor.
That's been the story of the series, right? Sammyboy does not enjoy where 6K players play their heroes, thinks they should be in other lanes. It applied to game 1 with Sus putting the SF Scathe lane, and now game 2 with them putting the Mars as support and DP mid. I mean, this is I agree with you. I think it's probably the wrong decision here.
I'm curious. I mean, the Pudge carry is also, man, it's just awkward because the Pudge Undying might just feed to Batrider. Like that could easily go really poorly. If the Razor was in the safe lane, I think the Razor would do a better job at like not dying to this Batrider, and maybe the Pudge could just go mid, or I don't know, the Zeus could still go mid because I think Zeus would be the main form of your damage in this game. I think if you don't have Zeus on the core, you're gonna run into a damage problem with Dire's lineup. So I don't know. This Pudge better pop off. That's all I'll say. If his Pudge is
he's a good
as
Pudge.
SF, that's good enough for me. Maybe though.
He's
SF
probably a better
great,
Pudge than he is in that. I mean, other than Terrorblade and maybe like Ember Spirit, Pudge is definitely his best hero. He's a very good Pudge player.
All right, I'll keep that in mind. See, that dude just owned on Chen in his pub. Then he comes and plays Mars 5. Like, what the hell is he doing?
And Balljack's, he's crazy. He's genuinely
I
crazy.
saw it. This guy can play Chen. I just saw it. It said he went 9-0. And like 9-0-9 on Chen, like in his last match. What the hell? Why doesn't he bring Chen to the officials?
Listen, his former mid laner from one of his old championship teams, the now retired 8K Colonel Squid, is saying in the Twitch chat, you do not want to see Balljack's Chen with some laughing faces. So I don't think Balljack's Chen is as great as the pub stats would indicate.
Alright, well, Valve's lying to me then. Valve is like implying that he's a beast on Chen. Like that's what I would think if I got that dude in my pub. I'd see his stats, I'd say go pick Chen. What a beast.
We are paused, by the way, the NA Dota Classic. I guess it's true with all of Dota nowadays. Like back in the day, you used to see less pauses in pro games, but now we're seeing even.
I feel like NA Dota is not the classic pausers. I feel like I'll blame South America for being classic pausers. I feel like we have way less internet issues to USDs than South America does. Every time I open up a DPC stream for South America, there's a pause. I swear to God, it doesn't happen in any other region, but in South America, they have like internet issues or whatever, and it happens so often. It's really crazy.
If it makes you feel any better, SCA is about as bad. I was talking with Nina and Dougie about it, and I remember Dougie and Zex were constantly complaining about the SCA routing issues. And again, it's probably not as bad as the SA one, but the SCA one's not very good at all.
Yeah, it sounds like it's probably the same. Sounds like everywhere outside like Europe or whatever. Imagine not the greatest.
So one day we're gonna lay down some great undersea cables through the Atlantic.
There's that good one from. There's a new one from South America that gets people like low ping to Europe or whatever. I forget what it's called.
I remember seeing the screenshots of some of the Brazilian players getting like 91 ping to Europe.
Yeah,
West.
they get really low ping to Europe. It's really good.
Oh, we are back. If you are just joining us, welcome to game number 2 of the LAD Season 10 Winners Finals. We have Nebula, aka Bing Chilling, aka Frostfire Sims, aka Missus Fitside Sippy, 2-time defending champions in the Radiant team who won Game 1, taking on Season 7 champions Sus, who of course lost Game 1. My name is Badger again. I am joined by the great 10K MMR wildcard captain Sammyboy, and hopefully Game 2 is a fun affair.
Yeah, excited. See these lanes. Interested to see if Dire advance. They are 5-man grouped again. I will say Dire's pregame has been a little bit more composed than Radiant's, so that part's good to see. I guess Radiant's doing alright this game. They're holding their health. Both sides just camping their tri-camp up. I am worried about Fume here. I feel like he might walk up and die.
Look the Pudge has skilled. He's ready for this. He has Hook pre-skilled. He's ready to go.
I feel like he's asking for death here on Lifestealer, but did he see that tree get cut? He did, right?
It's close. It's close.
Oh, they're backing off. No. He's so close. Like, he's right there. He's going to walk up.
I'm looking at Dire Vision, and it's so close to hitting Lifestealer right now. They're now going to see him when he walks up to this rune, but at this point, it's only Razor Undying.
League of Legends here. Sorry,
there's your
Hook. They got a Hook. But
Hook in a 1v3.
he would rather hook the bounty, because if you hook the bounty, you get your mana back. It's actually really nice.
Alright, so it's going to actually end up being the Pudge mid and the Razor off lane.
Oh,
So we're seeing a
whoa.
role swap here. Okay.
Yeah, why didn't this guy flex mid last game? This dude was such a beast on SF. He would have dumpstered the Ember. Sad.
If they're
Now he's
learning from their
Pudge.
mistakes, that's what matters.
Yeah, now he's Pudge walking into counterpick DP. Like, this is certainly not good. I don't know.
Isn't Flash Heap super good against the DP Siphon now?
I mean, I don't know how it works. I feel like DP still gets healed. Am I crazy, or does it actually block it? It's like, yeah, I guess it does.
I'll
Guess
take
maybe it
more
will.
of the
You're
damage.
not even gonna have it skilled. Like, I don't think it'll be high enough level. Maybe I'm wrong. I guess we'll find out. But I have a feeling that DP is gonna siphon Pudge for like 400 HP over and over. Acid Rain maybe getting first blooded here. Yes. Oh.
Incredibly close, but not close enough. I think Malefic was like 5 mana short of being able to stick and bolt the Wyvern there.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like both teams have. I mean, I think Dire have messed their lanes up pretty badly here. I don't know. This Undying is doing okay versus the. I guess I don't know. I guess it's going fine. It is weird. There's some weird lanes. It's a Sand King Zeus safe lane, Razor Undying off lane, Undying. Oh crap! Missed it.
That is the Wyvern dead top lane. Again, bolted down by the Zeus. Popped his stick. A little bit too much damage on that one. I think I barely caught it. It was close. I think I barely had it on my screen.
Yeah. My fault. I was distracting you.
It's okay, you know. It's only first blood. There's plenty more kills ahead of us.
Nice. I like the Pudge. He's hooking the neutral creeps there, getting solo XP on him. I like that.
There's always the free water runes as well coming up. So at some point, let's say, you know what? Grab a water rune, hook another creep. He'll be good to go.
This Undying is owning bottom. Beating up the Mars, blocking all the camps. Razor is doing pretty well in the 1v1 as well. So, really good stuff from them. The Batrider's also not getting, like, anything. I don't know how he's so poor. I mean, the Zeus might be dead here. He has a jump.
Yeah,
There's
I mean, he'll attempt
Firefly,
to jump. Well, there's a perfect burrow from Keita on the
good
Batrider.
burrow. Now
Let's
they're
see,
gonna
Napalm's expire.
Just get shell. KU getting really high level, actually. He's out leveling the DP now. He hooked 2 big jungle creeps. Got the Hellbear camp, so really value for him. Now there's going to be a new camp as well for him to start hooking.
We're seeing some more support on support action top lane. Malefic is in a lot of danger. Has 6 sick charges. He'll have to use it here. And he will.
Yeah. I'm curious. Sometimes it is better to just use all your mana and die. You could use all his mana, maybe fill the Pudge, something like that. But it's just awkward. He has no regen. Now he bought Sal Tango, and he's not going to be able to really have much impact for a while. Sand King is just sandstorming the wave. That said, they do get 2 bounties on the side of Radiant. Both supports securing. So pretty solid. Undying. Mars is getting really low. Be interested to see if Undying goes for a tombstone soon.
That's one thing about actually top lane. We're going to see the Zeus or the Wyvern certainly die. Wyvern appears to be the one dying first. He'll Fairy Fire, attempting to kill Malefic. He will not succeed. 1 death on Wyvern. Zeus actually has a clarity now in the south. He's ready to stay in lane. He's ready to brawl longer.
Going to the 4-minute rune as well. So playing to secure. It's good because the Pudge needs the help, I think. Maybe Pudge will get involved in a fight. I'm not sure. The DP should follow him to the rune most likely, but Zeus is going to get a good secure, and they're not going to fill, so really missed coordination from Radiant there. Not going to get any of the bounty, or any, like, fill on DP's bottle there, fortunately.
Yeah, no, it's very unfortunate timing, as you mentioned. And at this point now, Radiant, I mean, they're having a bit of difficulty in all 3 of their lanes. No fill for DP, Fume is half HP, Marshall's half HP, low mana. It's not ideal for Radiant in the lanes right now.
Yeah, the Pudge is also doing surprisingly well mid. If the Pudge hits 6 first, I wouldn't be surprised for him to put some pressure on the DP himself.
Ooh, ball jacks. He tried to run from the Tombstone plus Static Link, went for the TP play and died during his TP.
I feel like they should dive him. I feel like the Razor just needs to not tank the tower here. Press Q. Just go, press Q. Oh, man.
Yeah, he's dead on Lifestealer. Double kill for foreplay. Huge plays there. There's no raid in Lifestealer. He had no counterplay there. Yeah.
Looks like they should have lane swapped the first game. What the hell?
They're here to roll swap. They're here to win. They want game 3. They know the people want game 3. We want game 3. And everyone but the Radiant players want game 3 right now.
Through that. Pudge is almost level 6 as well. Gonna hook a creep here most likely. Get his level 6. Maybe look for a rotation on to top lane. Marshall is looking for the Sand King, but I don't think it's gonna work.
Yeah, he went in the Zeus initially. The name health expired
damage.
on Zeus. Now he's going in again, but he's incredibly low. So
He's gonna get the Sand
Keita.
King.
Okay.
There's a no bolt, no mana. Marshall should have kept juking there. I think he would have lived. There's no bolt on Zeus, unfortunately.
Wait,
But
Zeus is dead as well
Zeus.
here, I think. He's incredibly low on
Oh, he has
Zeus.
a bolt. He has a bolt.
Oh,
Nice.
never mind. Double kill for Zeus. Okay, then. That's a 2-for-1 top lane. Zeus very happy right now.
Yeah, really good. Really good for the Zeus. This is a support too that really wants to be high level. Like the earlier this dude gets level 6, the earlier this dude gets max, jump or lightning bolt, whatever he decides, it's the better. So really good for his game. Maybe even better than the Sand King getting the XP on the second kill. Sand King's still really high level 5.5 now as well. And this Wyvern is the one that's really suffering from that. Only level 3.5. Zeus a full level ahead, so really big.
Dude,
Missed
Zeus
hook
is
on
almost
mid.
out-leveling a Sand King. He's that leveled right now. Wait, never mind. She's Sand King's got a full level from one of these camps. He was just like 4 3/4. Now he's 5 3/4. Had a huge wave there, I guess.
Yeah, he TP back in, got the solo wave.
Speaking of Sand King, he's going to barely lift top lane. Marshall and Acid wanted to poke him a little bit, but only got about 3/4 of his HP. No kill there.
Interesting to see when the lanes will break down here for Radiant. Naix is getting zoned out of the lane bottom. Razor having a pretty free time, up to 21 denies now, compared to the 18 and 3 on Lifestealer here. So lane's going really well. Meanwhile, mid though, there is a
Dismember on
Camel Farmer.
DP. She'll siphon, but at this point,
Yeah,
it's a
what's
mutual
the fate?
walking away.
Now this Mars is TP'd mid, man. It's a really hard rotation for Mars, man. The Mars 5 does not function very well, especially if you don't get to your blink, and especially if you don't get to your early boots. This hero really wants move speed to be able to get behind people and actually find the angle for the spear. And he's just walking around. He might get the kill on League of Legends here.
He's very, very slowly dying. He's holding the spear for a TP cancel. At this point, on dying, will lose his life.
We'll give it to the
neutrals.
Lifestealer, though.
Meanwhile, top lane, it's Sand King going down. Firefly Batrider wants more. He's running
It'd be a
towards
really
Zeus.
huge double kill if he can get it.
He has heavenly jump, but I don't think he can
so.
escape here. Yeah, another
I
napalm.
think he's dead. Please don't lasso him. Please just sticky. Okay, that's good.
That's 4 stacks. Goodbye, Malefic. Double kill for Marshall on the Batrider.
Yeah, really big for the Batrider. Now he's level 6.5, working on level 7. It's going to be hard for the Sand King to be in the lane now. I really wish Sand King would... Okay, he's bought out his hood. That's... Okay, well... it's one of those things where, like, you've already saved 1,600 gold. Like, if you were going to buy your hood, you should have just bought your Ring of Health, like, 900 gold ago. It would have probably saved you from death or
Exo
something.
mid lane, Dismember as well. DP's half HP, Dire of a Tombstone, and Radiant lack their
Whoa.
DP. Bulljax is slowed by the Undying zombies. He'll slowly get
Nice
ticked down
caught.
by 3 heroes, so Fairy Fire, but it will not get him out of this death. Double kill for KU in the Pudge.
Big plays. And he gets the ward. Let's go, League of Legends. Hype.
Yeah, he's here to get game 3, he wants to win.
Now the Lifestealer is stuck in the mid lane. The Razor is still completely free farming. And Pudge is, top of the net worth. 4,300 net worth on Pudge right now. Really fat. Doing a great job at farming. I like his build too. He started putting more points in the flesh heap, not maximizing the rot, just so that he can sustain a bit more. Actually tank up. So I think it's, once he gets to...
Lasso bottom
Bottom,
lane from
yeah,
Marshall.
bottom.
He'll TP away, and it will barely succeed.
TP, nice, good heal as well. Maybe making the difference there, and lasso use.
It's not that long of a cooldown, but it's a big cooldown where Batrider's effectiveness goes so far down without both the Firefly and the lasso here. There's no way Lifestealer die stop, right? Yeah, I was gonna say. Took a lot of damage,
Yeah,
but
he's
did not
fine.
die.
That said mid, there might be a dive here. No, the DP does have extra in 10 seconds, so it's looking to use a... Kind of a static game until the 10-minute runes, I imagine. Probably both teams going to be eyeing there. Mid laner, trying to get one.
Yeah, Zeus and the Mars both there. It's going to be a bit of a contesting going on, and Dire have the rune secured, but not for Pudge. It'll be
yeah.
Zeus grabbing the regen rune. I guess both mid laners will now lose out, which I guess happens a lot in Dota nowadays, where some support is forced to grab that minute 10.
Bottom, Marshall, maybe in some trouble, is slowed by the zombie, trying to stick you on the Razor.
There is a spear. It hits the... She did not like a Razor, never mind.
In the fire. The Razor should really stop chasing this. I don't know. He might just die randomly.
Oh, the napalm... Last second napalm was missed by Marshall. Foreplay will walk away now. I think if that force sticky hits, we might see a turnaround for the kill, but instead it's the Wyvern going down in the Dire side tri-camp.
Oh, meanwhile, on mid as well, there's a hook.
Yeah, Dismember as well on DP. Tower, she can turn with the hood in the EXO. Has not used the hood yet, possibly saving it. She'll be fine.
And now there's an EXO. I don't know about this. Is that gonna... Okay.
If he wants to use that siege unit for the mid T1 tower.
But...
There's another hook. No Dismember. It's still on cooldown for 8 seconds. Dire will glyph. Heavenly jump in by Malefic. Decay as well. Spear will damage the punch.
They might have caught League of Legends here. Looks like the freebie.
He's entirely isolated right now.
They're going to see the stack. I feel like Batrider should stay here and quad sticky the stack and just take it, like right now. I feel like walking away is not the right call. I mean, he'll have Firefly in 25. They would get it for free. It's a huge stack, too. Sad they don't see it, though. They're going to walk away. And they did see it, but you know they didn't make recognition, I think. They are going to take down bot tower, though. Razor maybe going to secure this last hit. There is a lasso, so I guess he's scared.
Alright, this is time for Marshall to get to the deny. Marshall versus the siege unit. It's going to be close.
Siege is going to get it.
He will lose.
Top lane Sand King is getting close to Blink Dagger, though. That'll be the first big move for him this game. And you know his team has been doing a great job. This guy has had no pressure this entire game. He's literally sat in the safe lane doing nothing but farms. So I'm really hoping that he gets involved in the game, immediately asks to be smoked. Like this guy can get a TP, get a blink, get himself smoked on mid lane, and make the jump on mid. Take that mid tower. I think it's a pretty clean play for the Sand King here. Just need 200 more gold before he makes it happen.
You can tell how much he wants a Blink Dagger. He has 2 Blink Daggers in the quick buy. That's how badly he wants it.
Do that.
It's Blink Dagger on the mines.
This Pudge is really accelerating. The DP is having a pretty solid game as well. Did decide to rush that Eternal Shroud. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Probably not good, but does have it now. Pudge making the go for Ags. I like that. It's a pretty solid Ags game. Great versus DP, great versus Wyvern. Pretty good versus Nakes as well. Stop him from healing through the fight when he gets on top of you, when he's not raged. So Sand King does have the blink on the way. Looking for a smoke up now. Pudge did buy the smoke, so don't think they have one on a support, unfortunately. But they do have one on the Zeus. Zeus is walking over for the Sand King. Here's the smoke.
It will be a full 5-man smoke. It's go time. Radiant did not see it,
so
but they might have an idea.
Now it's on Sand King to find the right jump. Like, can you find the right jump with Epi? Is this
There's
DP
your
the right
Epi on
jump? Looks like
DP.
it.
Burrow as well. Acid Rain will embrace,
like
but it will not save. There's way too much magical damage. 2 dead on the Radiant side, 3 dead.
Really
Double kill for
good.
foreplay. That's a T1 tower as well. Free T1 tower.
Nice job from Dire there.
We're at the point now where, I mean, Suns have a 4K lead. It might even turn to a 5K lead quite soon.
So,
this is huge.
Unfortunately, they're playing a draft that has no tower damage, so they are just going to run away. Maybe they can do that play again on the 15-minute siege. That would be like the ideal thing to do. It is hard to do it again because like you've already shown your move or whatever, right? Like you only get that opportunity once generally. But oh wow, meanwhile Marshall maybe going in on the mid lane. Oh, good blink out.
Had the lasso, but could not get in range.
Maybe gonna lasso.
He wants it. He really wants it, but he's just not in range.
He really should have a point in flame break. I think. Really regretting that one.
Arena on one. It's Undying on the inside, and Undying most certainly should die. And instead of Dire getting the T1, it'll be Radiant
getting the hook
T1.
in
Perfect hook on Mars. Mars is spear in one. He'll spear back the Pudge, perhaps.
A
missed spear from Bulljax. He will pay for that mistake eventually.
Will he? I mean, I hope so. Yeah, I hope so.
Eventually. We're seeing 4 out as well. Linking Camel Farmer.
Yeah, there is a hook.
Lasso on Marshall. Marshall with that 130 HP. Burrow from Cake Cup.
Batrider's gonna go down.
Yeah, another kill from foreplay. That is 2 dead on the side of Nebula.
I mean, they finished the tower, but just the overextension from Radiant and gets punished. Good hooks from the Pudge KU there. I'm catching the Mars right away, and then being able to find the Batrider kill afterwards as well. Yeah, I think this game only gets easier for Dire, even though they don't have tower push, even though they don't have like great heroes at like taking objectives. The Zeus is gonna scale into the game. This Undying Tombstone is not really addressed. Like we talked about in the draft, the Wyvern is like okay versus it. The Naix is like okay, but the Batrider and the meanwhile top lane maybe gonna be a doesn't have lasso. He does have dust though.
He will dust
Like you were
Kate.
talking about.
Kate just pump fakes the epi. He's
Yeah,
ready.
shit. Now he's like out of. Now he lost 80 gold.
And meanwhile, in the Dire tri-camp,
Oh,
Asterine almost solo kills 4play, ends up dying, but he almost got the kill with the creep star from the ancient camp.
that's a funny play. Don't see that happen too often.
Very, very
Blink
close.
King still set up on top lane with Blink Epi at the ready. He sees the Batrider. He's thinking about it. Gonna pump fake this. Maybe he'll get speared by the Mars if he shows himself. And good blink away.
Yeah, good
reaction
reaction there.
Yeah.
Saw Mars, wanted nothing to do with the Mars.
He still might get Dove here. They have Arena. I wouldn't be. There's a Sentry. No dust needed. Let's go. Spearmint too. I mean, I would just Arena, right? I mean, there's a Pudge there.
I see the Invis Pudge in the Sentry word, though. Dust? There's no dust.
Big
Pearl.
miss on the hook, though. Does have Arena. Batrider's looking.
And miss
There's gonna be a
coordination.
Oh, no Tombstone, though, for 20
only
seconds. I don't know
on
if they can
one,
fight
but it's
this.
Pudge on the inside. He has Dismember available, does not use it yet. He's flame break back towards the DP. But nobody's dead yet. There's 9 heroes in the top lane. 5v4
Yeah,
fight
it's
ahead of
about-
us.
There's a DP ult coming up, so we'll see this tower likely get taken. Now the Batrider's infested, the Batrider is infested, going around the tower, looking for the Zeus. DP, popping ult.
The tower is incredibly low. It gets lift right now, but they're going to need the Razor to fight. He has a TP.
I mean, if Razor TPs, man, I mean, he's close to BKB, but they don't need it. Like, they should TP.
Wrap around,
Sand King
gang,
gets
lasso
caught, though. They might
on
be able to
Sand
burst
King.
him.
Keita burrows away.
detection.
Dismember
They
on
need
Bat.
dust.
Bat is low. Bat is going to attempt to get away. He will get away. In comes 4play. There's a curse again.
curse
Full
again.
Acid Rain. What a gamer. Kobe is dead. Acid Rain the trade. A 1-for-1 trade so far. The Burrow on Life Stealer.
They
He has
missed the
Rage in
last,
2. He will rage. But Marshall is dead. Bullets is dead. KU the trade of Fume is dead. Now 4-for-2 in favor
They
of
have Blink
Sus.
Stun in 3. Gonna catch him. Camel Farmer's dead, too.
He has the
Whole
Eternal
team right there.
Shroud.
Oh,
Wait,
really?
okay, they will let him live. But it's still a
Alright.
win there for the side of Sus.
Yeah, I don't know. They didn't have dust for the Sand King. You were right. They don't have dust. They don't dust the Sand King on the lasso. Naix can't hit him to finish him off, and then Mars walks in and dusts, like just out of range of the Sand King, and then this guy gets Epi off. This guy gets to stand in his Sandstorm for 10 years, and really easy fight. Kind of just a misexecution though on Radiant. I thought the wraparound was good from the Batrider. He started on the right target. They just need to find a way to burst and buy some dust. Or a sentry. Take either. I think
Either
especially
way.
on the Batrider. I mean, now he has it or whatever. Now he realized, but definitely missed execution there, unfortunately.
Because they have this T1 tower still alive in minute 18, it makes this Dire jungle a bit safer to farm, which is
Yeah.
always a good thing in this game.
And Dire have a really good ward. I mean, this ward sees so much, especially because there's no trees here from the Mars Arena earlier. Maybe it was the Tombstone, I don't know. But, you know, this Zeus gets to play up here for free, gets to look at the Mars, look at the Wyvern, look at the Naix farming. He sees everything, gets to see this dude place his ward, so free D ward for him as well if he was paying attention. Super well played. Well, assuming he D wards it, hopefully.
I hope he does. That'd be nice.
It is just out of range of his sentry though, so maybe he doesn't know. But should have seen that one. Hopefully he bolts on top of himself right now too, but probably not.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
I will say I would like for him to spam bolt a little bit more in his jungle when he's walking through there. It is like kind of. I mean, I don't know. You have enough mana. He has so much mana. You can press it like 3 times and I'll still be fine.
Ooh, good scan from Radiance. Caught Sus perfectly at the edge of this little river area.
They might get confused because the scan did go off, but like then then they walked out, so they might not know exactly where Dire are. They do put a ward camping left side. That's good.
They are
What
pinging the left side of their own jungle, which is correct. They are currently on the left side of that jungle right now.
I'm curious what Radiant are actually playing for because this Batrider is not close to BKB. Pudge has a full ag completed, 1,000 off Blink Dagger. Razor has BKB. Sand King has bots, which is whatever, but like I don't know. This DP also went bots, which is kind of bad. You know, won't actually give you impact, and I don't see how Batrider gets the BKB in this type of game state. They really need to play for a fight right now. They're kind of collapsed behind their mid tower, just stuck here. So there will be a fight, and they need to find a way to win it. DP is level 12, which is kind of the saving grace. DP's been having a pretty okay game, but this DP dies to this Pudge Raw and this Pudge Eggs, I don't know. It's going to get really hard for them to fight.
Dire's top tower
Really
Ooh.
stressful game state, I would say, for Radiant here.
Big sentry spots out that ward. Dire had great vision all the way back under this tower area, but now Radiant are aware of that. Look at the D ward, and that's a big ward to lose there.
I like that Radiant have made the move to top. We'll see when Dire's interested in forcing this tier 1 mid. They do have a catapult, so it'd be kind of an obvious time to do it. Sand King is TPing on top, though, looking for the setup.
Yes, 2 points in that, but for now the Sandstorm will do. Radiant, you know what? It's a Sand King. We're good. We're backing off. We're going elsewhere.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay. Both teams just farming. No one's really gaining a lead off this. I have to imagine Dire is farming a little more. Yeah, 1K or something. Acid Rain showing himself bottom. He's getting TP'd on now.
Yeah, all the
Did you
TPs
see
are
the
coming
Mars?
in. He has Arena and Spear.
Alright, he put a sentry there. He didn't see them. Now they Zeus ult. They see everybody. They're gonna go immediately in on Camel.
Camel's in a lot of danger, but he gets away. The curse
Good curse, that's a
again
good curse.
delays everything.
There's a tomb on the hill, though. This tomb is
Tombstone.
gonna destroy the fight for sure.
There's
I don't
no
think
killing the
Radiant can fight.
Tombstone. Acid is going to die as well. The lasso on Razor, but currently the Razor is still absolutely fine. Fume will attempt to man fight the Razor, but it's not working so far. He's healed by Solar at 4 play. Remains alive. His number gets
good
canceled.
silence.
Epi
Wow,
Burrow
big
on
Epi,
2.
though. Everyone-
It's an absolute
everyone's gonna
disaster.
die.
4 dead on Nebula. 5 dead on Nebula. That's a 5 for 0. Full 5-man wipe in a rout in favor of Sus.
is under attack.
Really good fight. Yeah, I don't know. The execution on Radiant is really hard, and they really need to get to their BKB. They really need to find a way to get the Nakes to not die from the first round of spells, but he's not even really itemizing not to die. I can imagine this is a good game for Nakes to buy a BKB, actually. He's going to have to exist in this fight for 20 plus seconds, and he's going to need a rage, then he's going to need to press BKB, then he's going to maybe need to press another rage. There's so much magic damage coming through on the side of Sus. All of it is AoE as well, like Sand King, Pudge, Zeus, even Razor, even Undying to some extent, all outputting just mass AoE damage in the team fight. And Radiant have a really hard time actually cleaning up heroes. Again, they don't have very much single target damage, so it really isn't easy to focus down this Pudge. It really isn't easy to focus down this Razor, especially if you don't commit like Lasso plus Exo. Their damage is really lacking, and that's what kind of stands out to me about the game and the fight right now. Wow, immediately
Well,
KU
Blink
jumping
dismember
on
from
mid.
KU. Acid gets destroyed by Pudge Zeus.
I would like Pudge to heal up a little bit. I will say it is a little risky. He's playing on such low HP, but as soon as Pudge heals up, man, I don't know. I don't see how Radiant can fight. I don't think the Nakes will actually kill the Pudge. I think the Pudge will just stand there and press E and press Rot, and Nakes will hit nothing. So, as long as the Tombstone goes down as well, I mean, it's really simple for Dire to play this draft, I would say. Up 11k now, and League of Legends cheesing some CS there, healing the creep so DP doesn't get the last hit. Pretty funny.
It's just a little place to tilt your opponent sometimes.
Yeah, there is a Chrysalis on the Lifestealer. He is going for the Silver Edge. I guess he's trying to break the Pudge, but I don't even think that's very good. Like, that doesn't actually break the active, right? Or does it? It only breaks the passive.
I don't think it
active.
does. I'm pretty sure it doesn't.
So, I mean, that doesn't even sound very good. Like, I don't know, you're not even going to break the active. You're just breaking some passive that gives this dude, like a little strength or whatever. Yeah, not the greatest.
I guess the one concern is you mentioned that earlier, Dire still have 0 building push. They're up 11k. They win every fight but one this game. And yet, there's only one tower dead. This mid tower is just chilling right now. It's absolutely fine.
I'm just not sure this game gets better. At some point, this Pudge is going to get BKB, then this dude's going to get, like, a shard. Like, what if this dude, like, eats the guy you lassoed? I don't know. It's going to get super hard for Radiant to fight, in my opinion. I don't think it gets much easier. I mean, maybe they'll throw. Maybe this Batrider will lasso the Pudge onto a cliff or something. That would be, or maybe the Razor. I don't know. That's an easy fight condition, right? Like, just get some dude on a cliff, but I don't see this. Mars also doesn't have a blink. He's going Vlad's, really not having a good game. All
Here
right.
we go, infested lasso over there onto the Razor's a
getting after the
BKB.
Batrider, though. I mean, this is just a BKB trade. Nothing's gonna happen. Mars can't find a way to press Arena. There's no BKB on the Razor. Now's your time to do it, but yeah, I don't know. I don't see how they can fight.
He got denied. They still deny the tower. Acid Rain. He really wants to win. I mean, Acid Rain's playing so well tonight.
That was their big play, though. That was their BKB reveal on Batrider. That was their Infest Bomb with the Like the Knicks didn't even want to get out of the Batrider. He knows this guy won't die. Like they have no damage. It's really, really exposing. I mean, the DP needs to be there on the jump, like right away. As soon as the Batrider lassos, like DP should exo and just go and hope that like you have enough damage. I think they could have killed him if they exoed right away, but yeah, I don't know. Now Bulljack's maybe in some trouble. I mean, this Mars support too is very low impact. I don't know what this guy can really do. This is kind of the problem with running Mars as a support hero. Like your hero really functions off repositioning and like being able to catch people when they have no BKBs. But this dude will never live past the BKBs, and he also doesn't have a blink. So like even if he buys back, I mean, oh, bottom.
Bot T2 is dead. Radiant want vengeance for it, but they're not going to get it. No vengeance.
I feel like they're gonna get Pudge eaten in about a second here, so probably not good for Radiant.
Link on Marshall, Burrow on top, but KU finds the backlines. There will be no Mars in this team fight. Actually, there isn't a Mars. Arena is there in time, but unfortunately the Mars is dead.
As well.
Marshall dies during his BKB.
This Boom is gonna kill everybody as well.
Oh, the Undying's still alive somehow. Oh
yeah,
no.
Camel Farmer should die too if he gets the blink forward. Yeah,
there's your hook from short range. That's a 4 for 0.
Honk honk, let's go.
The people want game 3, and it's looking a lot like game 3 right now.
Yeah, I don't see exactly again how to fight. Batrider really, you gotta pull some dude on a cliff, really, and it better be the Pudge, because if it's not the Pudge, he's gonna get hooked off. So, or Sand King, you know, you really gotta put the Pudge on a cliff or something. I don't see how else you can really fight. They need to pull the Pudge in a fountain or something too. That would work.
That's when Pudge pulls you onto the cliff, and then you're trapped with Pudge on the cliff. And
yeah, I've seen that one actually. That one is funny. I've seen that one.
All right, there's your respawn from Radiant. It's currently a 4v5. Curse.
I don't think Pudge will die. I think
Thunder God's Wrath Curse as well, but once again, Dire.
They're just fine. Is gonna die. Yeah, they're just fine. Now
there's your eat on Marshall. Oh no, 2 more kills. 1 for KU, 1 for Kobe. It's a Burrow as well on 2. This is disastrous right now.
Wow, Fume gonna go down.
Camel's dead again.
Called GG. I don't think you can play.
There's no GGs yet, but we're not far from them, I'm sure.
I mean, there's no GGs yet, but there should be GGs. I don't know. This is. I don't think they can play.
They're hitting throw. They know. I mean, Dire knows it's over. They're hitting
Dire knows what's up. Dire knows this game is over. I don't. There's really no fight condition that will get Radiant back in the game, I would say, not to be too, pessimistic or whatever. I don't even think if they curse someone, anyone will die. It's just the Razor doesn't even do damage on the curse. I mean, this looks like a really good draft from Sus, I will say. It's just the lanes went well. The lane swaps that they did worked out really well. I mean, you could say the lane swaps from Sus were great. The positions from Radiant are suspect as well. But yeah, just a great draft, and yeah, this Pudge. I don't know. What do you do about the Pudge? I guess is the question for the next game, right? Because they could have taken it themselves, right? They have a Pudge spammer on Radiant.
No, Radiant does not play Pudge very well.
Oh, I see.
That's the problem.
Maybe the winning strat game 2 is ban Void and pick Pudge. It might be the winning strat. I mean, there's a last ditch smoke from Radiant here. The
Might as well try.
Doesn't have a Silver Edge. He has the recipe for it, but no Silver Edge completed, unfortunately.
No.
He should really slot his Blitz Knuckles in. Like, please slot your Blitz Knuckles in over your Quelling Blade, my friend.
All right, here we go. Lincoln's on Pudge.
They can get him on the
lassoed. Oh, there's this member. Curse on 2. It's a good curse, but nowhere near good enough to turn this fight around. It's time for Radiant to collapse.
There's an arena on nothing, unfortunately.
Fume's trying to kill a Tombstone, but it's not working. He'll fast into Bulljacks, but he's now popped back out of Bulljacks. Fume will die. Double kill for KU. Malefic kills Acid Rain. Kale Form pops to KU. A triple kill for Pudge. Now at this point, I guess the Batrider gets away, but I mean, there's still a Roshan. Roshan has not died yet. They need to take Roshan.
I mean, once again, same problem. They will not kill anybody. If they can't kill... I mean, they had 4 heroes on this Zeus, and they still can't kill him. I don't think they can play. Ghost will fall here for Dire. Then they're just gonna walk down the towers. I mean, they don't even need tower damage. Eventually, they'll take the buildings. They'll be fine. Nace is still working on this Silver Edge. What item changes the game for Radiant here?
Alright, I figured it out. Dire buys a rapier. Correction, they buy 2 rapiers. They get Batrider Ags lassoed into the fountain and feed like 30k gold with the rapiers. That's how we do this. Like 2 rapiers is a 24k gold swing. Problem solved. That's how we do this.
I think this Wyvern has still been doing a really good job as well in terms of like getting good ults and being in the right spots, even though he is like 1 in 12. But man, I don't know. I feel like their opening was a little weak in response to the Undying, the Wyvern DP together, and they really need a more synergetic draft in terms of either having enough single target or having enough damage to throw on Arena. Because the thing about having these supports and the thing about these supports is that there's just no damage. Like Mars Wyvern is so low damage. Mars only has damage when he's a core. Like when this dude's a core and this dude gets to Deso or this dude gets to some strength items and builds BKB, which builds out a Mithril Hammer, like he actually hits pretty hard. But when this guy is just some walking, he doesn't even have a Vlad's, like not gonna do anything. And DP can do a little bit of damage, but man, it's so hard. Makes has to do everything in this type of game, and eventually his rage is gonna run out. He just won't be able to fight. Won't be able to DPS.
I feel like Mars need to blink this game. I don't know.
He wouldn't be there though. Like, I mean, I guess he would be there. I guess he would just have it there.
He would just have it around minute 28 or so. That last fight he would have had it.
Yeah, sure.
I don't think it changes the outcome of the fight, but it would have been nice.
Yeah, it would be nice. I mean, it would just be nice to have Mars on a core role, I think. Especially when they present you like a pretty good Mars core game. Like, it's good versus Razor. It's pretty good versus Zeus. Like, I don't think it was a bad Mars core game. I mean, it's not good into Undying for sure. Like, you're going to suffer in the lane, but like, that's just life. You didn't ban Undying. You could have banned Undying, and then you wouldn't have this problem or whatever. So, I think you can't be scared of it like that. I mean, this tower damage is slow, but Pudge is making it work, I guess.
He's got 2 lives. He has no fear. Fume is invis, but Dire see him with their Sentry Ward.
He broke the Razor,
he's
but now there's a
here.
BKB.
He's now infesting, okay.
He does infest, though. I don't think that's a good TP, my friend, but...
Yeah, Boljax is dead. Acid Rain died to the Zeus Nimbus, I believe. This is a disaster.
I don't know.
Mistook, but it's not going to matter. It's 3 dead. 2 have buyback.
They should call GG for morale's sake at this point, I will say.
I think I think they're discussing the game. Okay, there we go. There's your buyback.
If only he had a Blake, he could spear him in the fountain. But big
curse from Acid Rain. That's going to at least kill the Zeus. But there's a burrow on 2 as well. Boljack is going to die back. Poor play goes towards Fume. Fume will attempt to walk away, but he's far too slow. He's far too dead. 3 down on the side of Nebula. And again, there are no G's in the chat, but we all know it's over. Dire knows it's over. Radiant even knows it's over.
It's been over for a fat minute, I'm going to be real.
There's your burrow on DP. Eventually, Camel will fall. It's an embrace of delay, but...
Some teams, like, this helps morale. Like, you gotta, like, work out your, work out your stress or whatever at the end of the game and just feed. But I have to imagine this game cannot be good for morale at this point.
Yeah, Blink Dismember, really Acid, oh no. Wait, it got canceled, oh no!
I'm pretty sure Dire has got, like, 25 kills, and the only one that's died is Zeus, like, once. I don't know, this is certainly something.
Alright, so we are now seeing the GGs. The GGs have been called at long last. And yep.
Lots 2 on Sand King. Alright, game 3, that's hype.
That's funny you mentioned some teams just never calling GG. I remember back in the day, one of your mentors, Ix, Mike, and those Fluff and Stuff teams, they would never call GG until it was like Throne being hit, and then they would finally call GG.
That's funny, I don't remember that. I don't think Mike or Fluff, I mean, I played with both of them. I don't remember them saying anything about that.
I remember at some point, I'm sure they changed. I remember there were some games in like 2014 where they was playing one of those Brax teams, and they were getting absolutely blasted. And they were not calling GG for like game after game, and I'm sure at some point they changed it, like 2016 or so. But there were a number of those games where they were like I think they were SNA back then.
Yeah,
and they would they were not calling GG.
Funny, man. Yeah, complete. I mean, especially with how I would say close the first game was, and how stompy the second game was. Like I would chalk that up to draft. I think the important thing for Radiant there is to just say, like, all right, like, we messed up. Bad draft, guys. I shouldn't have played Mars, whatever it may be. And then just look for the next game, because I think, they're not that much worse as players or whatever. Like, I thought game 1 was really competitive. They looked pretty equal skill, but this second game definitely just got out of hand way too fast. And I think it mostly is just draft related. So be interested to see game 3. Hopefully they can pick some better heroes, or maybe hit some bans for their heroes, and closer draft and see really how Game 3.
All right, then. We're going to cut to one more break before game number 3. We'll see you in a few minutes for game 3 of Sus versus Nebula.
Dire team ban.
Greetings and salutations one more time, Dota fans, for the third game of League of Lads Season 10 Winners Bracket Finals. My name is Badger, and again, I am joined by the great Sammyboy Dota 2. Welcome on back. How you feeling?
Good, excited for this Game 3. The series was, it's met the hype. Going to Game 3, we saw some Pudge, saw some Shadow Fiend. And both actually played by the same player. I think he's doing a great job. He's been my standout player so far. KU. Yeah, excited. See what the draft will bring. Rubik ban. See if Undying gets left in again. See if Faces Void gets left in. See if Pudge gets left in. Those are three I'm looking at.
And it shows how much sus fear the Acid Rain Rubik that they're just letting these other, meta staples get into the pool, and they're still being out the Rubik, saying, you know what, we'd rather not play against your Rubik. We're not interested.
His Wyvern's been pretty good too. That's some really good curses this series. Pudge ban. Alright. They know what's up. Goodbye.
Same bans again. Rubik Enigma, all series are trusting those bans.
I mean Enigma's. I can see why they ban Enigma. I don't know if I'd ban the Rubik, but the Enigma's definitely a good ban. See what the second ban is. See if they put priority on Faces Void as well.
10 seconds remaining.
If it's not the Void ban, we might even see a Void 5 pick if it's not banned there.
Seconds remaining.
It could be possible.
So Beastmaster and Void both available. Sus are likely to grab one of the two. The question is which one? I would guess Void. There's a lot of good heroes still available here. Wow.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know if I'd take Void on 5, like I said. I think you're asking for some 6-7 Viper Marcy type, just like disgusting lane. But obviously they might do it.
I remember it happened in the losers quarterfinals last week where it was 5-pick Void, and there were 4 counters to Void, and the Void still won.
Yeah.
Maybe they needed 5 counters to Void instead, but okay, there's your DP opener.
So taking it away this time. Right, it's been on Radiant. Radiant's seen both times, right?
Yeah, I mean it was 1 game for Camel Farmer, 1 game for Bulljacks, but now we'll
Yeah.
sus.
10 seconds remaining.
So I wonder if they'll take the Faces Void. That's what they did on the first opening. They took DP Void 6-7, so
And they have their picks. They have Void, they have Marcy, they have Wyvern. They have a lot of good options still, and they have a lot of reserve time to chew through as they figure it out. I mean, if you're a cab, you've been in a number of game threes in your career. Do you just try to like stick to what works at this point? Do you try to mix it up for that final game? How do you approach it as a captain?
I mean, it kind of just depends depends which game you won. Like if you won game 1 and then like you tried again, like I don't know, you should probably change something, right? Like obviously they figured out what you're doing. If you lost game 1 and you won game 2, then generally you should just, do what you just did. Like, try again. If it's working, like don't change it generally. Although sometimes, it's good to change just for change's sake. Like maybe you have a better idea the second time. Maybe you learned something from one of the losses and you're able to like actually apply it within the series. But honestly, that's pretty rare. Most of the time you don't actually learn anything mid-series. You have to already know something or whatever.
10 seconds remaining.
They do take the Void and Dawnbreaker too. I mean, Dawnbreaker's not great follow-up to Chrono. It's okay. But it is a strong laner. It's not great versus DP either, but man, good Beastmaster pick. I like that right away. They take an answer to Faceless Void. You have really high single target DPS. You have a Roche Taker. You have a strong laner versus Faceless Void. So I like that right away and kind of setting yourself up for a Death Volley draft. I will say Dawnbreaker isn't great. It's okay versus Beastmaster, but it's mostly good in the lane, I would say, like as a 5. And I don't know if you really want to lane them together. Like, I don't know if you want to lane the Dawn and the Void together. Might not be that strong versus Beastmaster, just as a duo.
It's funny how Dota works out sometimes. I mean, Dawnbreaker has been uncontested all series, has not been picked, has not been banned, and then Game 3 it's a first-round pick here.
Yeah. They probably just wanted as follow-up to the Chrono. They want to save for the Void as well. And it is a good save on Void. Like, it actually is good versus Beastmaster. If this guy gets the Ags and, you try to Void the Void, and you can't all in him because he's getting agsed on top of, and your summons can't hit him and all this stuff. It's pretty solid. But if you don't make it to this ags, you might just get snowballed.
I'm actually curious where they put the Dawnbreaker farm priority-wise, because Camel plays it, Marshall plays it, and Buldex also plays it. They can put it either mid, offlane, or 5 support here.
Yeah.
And if you mentioned the importance of the Ags this game, so in that case, would you want the Dawnbreaker to say if you played offlane or mid rather than support it?
I think it's okay as a support. I mean, I don't know. I think it can be played as offlane or support. Probably not mid. I think mid is a little too committal. Like you want to be kind of a core when you play mid. You want to like buy Dessa or Blink or Basher or BKB.
Radiant team
Off lane can kind of get away with doing both, eventually building into the Ags. But I think support against the Beastmaster, you probably wanted to support, honestly, at the end of the day. It is good in lane. You'll be able to kill the boars on the first 2 levels.
I'm interested in seeing where Camel goes with his mid picks this game 3, because once again, some of his best mid laners, Invoker, Lina, Ember, all bans.
I like the target bans from Sus there as well. There are target bans as well on the other side. You know, there's TB, there's SF, there's Zeus, but yeah, Ember, Lina, Invoker, good bans, protecting your Death Prophet, besides maybe the Ember. Ember is good versus Beast.
I wouldn't be too shocked if they go for a Void Spirit here for the mid on Radiance, but this is not a great Void Spirit game so far.
Yeah, I think they should just get damage. They just need DPS. I mean, Wyvern again. Wyvern is good versus Beast. That's a good answer. And he's played really well all 3 games on Wyvern. I like that pick a lot, actually. Take it back. And it's good setup for Dawnbreaker. It's like one of the few ways you can actually use your Dawn ult as like a connection, because you can Wyvern ult into the Dawn ult or whatever and actually stun them and then chain the Q on top of the Wyvern stuns. It's actually really good synergy, so I like that a lot. I think those heroes have high value together. And you'll get a hold, you'll get to take an 18 pick that's high damage. Wyvern is also somewhat high damage in terms of like, if he starts the fight by pressing Q, he'll do a lot of damage. If he gets gone on or like can't enter the fight until later, he probably won't do a lot. But if he's your starter, it's pretty good.
Right now, Radiant, they have a vicious team fight combo being put together. I mean, you mentioned the Curse plus the Dawnbreaker Solar Guardian stun. They have the Chrono on top of that, and they can always just pick more stuns, more AoE stuns. They have a lot of potentially large team fighter.
Yeah, I'm interested to see the route that Sus take. I mean, they really do just want a death ball. They want to find a way to maybe get a save versus the Chrono. Maybe that could be Shadow Demon, Hoodwink, and that's a good combo with the Beast. I like that. I think this DP should just go mid though. I think they should just pick up some sort of save for the Chrono right here, or for the Wyvern Curse, or if you don't pick up a save, you have to pick up a jumper. Like you have to pick up a hero that will actually get the fuck in there and try to go on the Wyvern or try to go on the Void. You could pick up some sort of save like Shadow Demon, like I said, like actual disruption. You could pick up something like Dazzle. Or you could pick up some sort of jumper. You could pick up something like Earthshaker, I guess. I probably don't want Earthshaker. Could pick up Marcy, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of an awkward draft. Not sure exactly what makes it awkward. Maybe it's just the Death Prophet being like likely a. I guess it could just be support. If you need a mid here, it has to be some sort of Storm or something. Like Storm Spirit actually looks like it would help their draft a lot. Because okay, there's a save. That's good. That's good.
Okay.
That's good enough. I like that. That's good. Best save. I didn't realize Omni was still in the pool. It's a great save. Good versus Void. Good versus Dawnbreaker. Make your DP really tanky. Lets the DP be your mid. Yeah, I think that's great response actually. Really good way to mitigate some of this chrono.
This means that the lanes are going to be. I'm guessing it's Hoodwink 4, Omni 5, Beastmaster 3, DP mid, right?
Yeah, I think that's the best lane setup for them too. I think that's good. Insta response, Leshrac. Okay. Leshrac historically not a great hero versus Death Prophet in lane, but it does give them damage on Chrono. But it really isn't that good versus Omni Knight, and it's historically bad versus Beastmaster as well. I mean, Beastmaster, they have really good ways. The thing I like about this game for Sus is that in the first game, when they were playing versus Faceless Void, I felt like they didn't have a great way to actually commit and all in them, right? Like they had Marcy, and they had but they had Marcy SF, and they had one other stun. It was like not very good. But this game, they have a little bit better ways to actually all in. Like the Roar gives them a really obvious way to just all in some dude. And even if you don't have the Roar, I mean, I think Hoodwink plus any carry here that has like a little bit of CC will be a really easy connector. So like ideally their carry pick that pairs with Omni Knight just has a stun. It can be Sven. Sven is pretty good with the AC aura on the shard against Leshrac's fizz damage and Faceless Void's fizz damage. It's not a great Sven game, but it's really good with Omni Knight. You get the double strength bonus, like you get the strength from Omni, and then you got strength, which gives you bonus based on strength. So you get like a bajillion damage when you're graced. Yeah, my Sven is banned. I just spent all my time talking about that.
What can you do?
What can you do? I think you can play something like Troll, which doesn't have a stun, but it has a way to pierce BKB. So it's like a BKB piercing stun, basically. So that's another way to get some casual lockdown into the game. Really good at all-ending the Void, really good at all-ending the Leshrac. Another great pair with Omni. Could go for something like CK, although it's historically not good versus Lesh. I'm trying to think. There's got to be another good carry with a stun here. Could play Ursa. Ursa's good as well. Really good Ursa game, actually. Could be good at all ending the Lesh and all ending the Void. Obviously, again, no stun, but he'll buy a Basher. He'll get a stun eventually. Could play something like Slark. Another good Grace target.
It was like a hard Slark game. There was a lot of good
Yeah,
counter
it's actually not good versus Leshrac or Dawnbreaker because they have AoE abilities. So yeah, maybe not a good Slark game. You could go Wraith King as well. Not great. Not really fan of Wraith King, but it's okay.
I know Dyer's carrier player was not a big Wraith King fan. Actually, I was casting with him the other night, and I mentioned Wraith King versus Void. He said he doesn't like Wraith King into Void, because even though there's the surviving Chrono with Reincarnate, every other interaction in the game is not great for Void versus Wraith King, he said.
Luckily, Wraith King's banned. Luckily, Radiant don't agree with you, but I actually do agree with you. I think Void Wraith King is very 50-50. I don't think it's like favored either way. I think it's just a neutral game. Funny enough, but it is banned.
I guess neutral into Void's pretty good nowadays.
Yeah, no, exactly right. They did ban 2 strength carries with stuns, so I think they hit both their bans. Good bans by Radiant here. Maybe going to make this last pick for Sus a little difficult. Do they have reserve time?
They have a bit under a minute, yeah. They have 40 seconds right now.
Alright, let's see if they... I mean, Ursa looks like the best to me. I would play Ursa here. I think you can also play Morphling. Morphling is really good versus Faceless Void because you can buy the Shard and Shift and Chrono and, like, never die. It's a really good Morph game. It's good with Omni. It'll solve some of your teamfight issues because you'll turn into the Faceless Void and press Time Dilation, or you'll turn into the Dawn and have a stun. You know, it will give you a stun. I think Morphling might actually be the best pick, but I think Ursa's good too. I think if you want the stun, you could still go something like Troll or CK or Monkey, but...
It's like a really hard CK game, but... Whoa, okay, so that's not any of the heroes we mentioned. That's Clinks.
Yeah, it is a good buffing pair with Omni because you get really strong and you can take towers, but really doesn't solve the lockdown issue. I really wish they would have had a little bit more CC on their last pick. And there's a really nasty Primal Beast game too. Definitely good hero versus Clinks. Clinks does mostly physical damage. He builds Uproar and then steps on you. So, yeah, not too happy with this KU last pick. I do really like Clinks as a hero, one of my favorite heroes to play actually. So I do like the hero. And wow, he's got some cool armor on Clinks. What the hell? What are those shoulder pads? Pretty cool.
You can look this up in the game at the very least.
Yeah, I'll look it up when I
go click the profile.
It's got to look like some Pharaoh type shit.
It is actually, yeah. I feel like the Radiant draft, though, it's just so much easier to play than the Gyre draft here.
Yeah,
they have all these abilities, and there's teamfight abilities.
I think if this Beastmaster gets off to a really good start, that he can super 1v5 the game. Like, this is the type of game that, I mean, it's not great into Wyvern, it's not great into Lesh, but you have an Omni Knight, you have a DP, like, you'll be able to take Roche for sure. You have Dire, you know, so you'll have the easy Roche access as well. So if this Beastmaster can play a really clean game, I think they can come out on top. But obviously, yeah, the execution on Radiant's a lot easier. I would, you know, if you gave me, if I didn't know the teams, if I hadn't seen the last 2 games, I would still favor Radiant. So, I mean, even if I even have seen the last 2 games, I think I favor Radiant, or just slightly though. I don't think it's as one-sided as last game's draft though. I think pretty close, like maybe like 55-45, 60-50 maybe, or 60-40, excuse me, in terms of maybe Radiant being favored.
Agree with you on that one. That sounds about right to me.
Those stats though, 17-2.
17-2. He's ready to play Clinks. If you are just joining us, by the way, welcome to game number 3 of the League of Lads Season 10 Winners Finals. Game 1 and 2, they were drawn 1-1, and now both teams, of course, want to win Game 3. It is Nebula, aka Mischievous Pits, ICP on the Radiant side, Sauce on the Dire side. I'm Badger again. I'm with the one and only wildcard, Sammy, and this is going to be a great game, I hope. I really do.
Yeah, hype.
Trying to see if anything surprises me hero selection-wise, but nah, everything seems normal, nothing too weird, unlike the last 2 games. Everyone is playing the hero we're expecting them to play.
Yeah, it looks pretty standard. And I think that, I mean, yeah, I think that will favor Radiant, so go Radiant. And they're excited, spamming Rampage.
They have the Void. They had the Rampage game one. They're ready to go.
That's true. They did get the Rampage game one. A lot is riding on this Beastmaster Hoodwink lane. And like I said, they do have the potential to really put on a dumpstering. But it really does rely on them to get the tempo of this game started. Get off to a early lead, pressure the Void, take his tower before the enemy has progressed on top side, give the Clinks somewhere to play, and the Beast can maybe move around, wrap on mid tower. Because, if they can get some map control, they can stop the Leshrac and the Void from farming. They're going to have a easy time, actually scaling and actually getting some big items into this game. See, is Hoodwink going to hit the Bushwhack? Big Bushwhack? Sad.
No Bushwhack.
So it will be a 2-for-2 trade there.
We got a high 5 at the very least, but yeah, just 2-for-2 bounty runes, as we mentioned. Everyone's going to be okay for the laning phase. A little bit of regen lost, I guess, on Void, but he gets past the regen. He's fine.
I am looking at this top lane, and I'm going to say that this is the lane that, for Dire, should also probably go well. It is double melee versus Clink's Omni, so you're going to take some harassment, but hopefully when they get level 2, they're able to find the all-in on the Clinks. It's probably their earliest window they can look for it, but they definitely have it. Like, they definitely have the potential to get some upward stacks and get an all-in on this Clinks. Meanwhile, though,
yeah, Malphite,
bottom.
He's recognizing he's a lot stronger right now. Just demolishes Wyvern in that trade.
Yeah, hopefully he blocks the small as well. Wyvern using his Q. He can dodge the Q. It's only 7 seconds. Yeah, wasted Q now on Bulljacks there. Oh, he's going to walk back into it, maybe.
This is terrible. That's so much regen loss for that. He only has 2 tangles and a stick as well. It's bad.
I would say, I wish there was a stick on the side of the Faceless Void. This is a lane that's going to be pretty spammy in terms of the Bushwhacks and the Axes. So, good deny from the Void.
Good deny, yeah. The lane, though, at the bad equilibrium, is going really hard right now in the Dire's favor.
Yeah, it's happening as well in the safe lane. There might be a dive on this Clanks. They're already walking in. There's the Grace.
Heavenly Graced.
If this Dawnbreaker was level 2, they would get the kill. Looks like they might get it anyway. Here's the dive.
Yep, block for Acid Rain. Oh my.
Well, and there's a lot of XP lost for this Clinks.
I guess Omni Knight gets the XP, but that's not. You're not happy for Clinks with that one.
Yeah, this is the worry in this top lane, playing with this dual melee. If the Clinks can sustain it, stop this double wave from building up and just play the 2v2 forever and constantly, maybe Acid Rain may have fucked up here.
Almost dies, but again, only level 1 on Clinks. Hammer of Purity on cooldown.
But when they're able to build up this double wave and dive you with these really strong double melee heroes, I mean, I don't know, Dawnbreaker, Primal Beast, 2 of the most recent heroes, some of the strongest level 1 heroes that have ever been added to Dota, I would say. Really hard to fight into and, get punished for it right there.
We're at the point now where, I mean, looking at these lanes overall, all 3 lanes are going in Radiant's favor, you can argue. I mean, Leshrac is up in CS, Void is chilling, Primal Beast is chilling. I mean, even the Clinks has died, so he's having a rough game. This is really good right now for Nebula.
Yeah. The Beastmaster, his build's okay. Choosing to go for the Axis level 1, but I think this was a lane with a boar could actually be really high value. Wow, what a great
huge bushwhack from Malphite. Into the Acorn shot as well. That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, and this is where Beast will start to pull ahead. Ideally, he's level 3 now. Get that level 2 boar going and actually start to pressure the Faceless Void in the CS war.
I wouldn't be too shocked. I mean, Fume has a salve brought to him, but again, he's not going to be happy anymore. Yeah. But only 1 point in time lock as well.
Top lane, KU, maybe in some trouble. They missed the Dawnbreaker Q, but maybe still going to get stomped on.
He's trampling. There's no way out but death for the Clinks. And I mean, he even used a stick with a decent number of charges, I believe, but again, he's still dead. And bottom lane as well. There's another retreat, so both carries having a very rough time right now. Fume nearly dies as well bottom lane.
It's okay, walk it off. Probably, if this is a lane he should max time walk in. I mean, it's up to him whether he does it or not, but if he does max time walk, he will be pretty decent at mitigating some pressure at least. It's not so easy to get all in until level 6 on the Beast. Man, top lane, it's happening again. They might go for it. Oh, Acid Rain, no mana for the Q there. If he had mana, I think they would have killed him. Really close call.
Yeah, Marshall was ready to trample, but Acid Rain, as we mentioned, not quite ready for it.
He has mangoes on courier? No, just a clarity. He will be securing the mid rune. Looks like there is a fight. Cancel Farmer may be in some trouble here. DP is playing the pressure.
Yes, 6 sticks and the water rune active. We'll use only 1 for now.
Acid Rain does take that top rune, unfortunately. bit of a misplay there. Would have gave it to Camel Farmer if he hadn't taken it. Instead, gonna give him his clarity. Yeah.
Gives him a
his
tango. That's, I guess, the way to do it.
Kind of a waste of time here, I will be honest. But Acid Rain going back top now. I
Meanwhile,
wish the
bottom,
Dawnbreaker-
Boldax is being gone on. He'll embrace himself for actually a lot of healing.
Yeah, he has some weird movement there.
Nice two-man
Hit the nice
bushwhack.
bushwhack. That was a branch from Malefic, or yeah, Malefic. What is it? Malefic?
Malefic.
Malefic. Sorry, my bad.
That's all right. Trust me, you're not the first person to do that.
That was his. I mean, that was a good branch as well. I was thinking. I was checking to see if the Beastmaster had placed it because would be cool to see that the Beast can just plant the tree right next to the Void and make sure that it connects every time.
Bit of a missed opportunity as well from Fume and Boldax not eating the tree for extra regen, but oh well.
Yeah.
It's one of those plays you don't think about very often, I'm sure. May have thought it was the Hoodwinks tree instead.
Yeah.
Over to top lane again. That's a trample. KU is invis, but they'll go to the Omni Knight of Kobe instead. Omni will heal himself.
On is getting pretty low. The Clinks might get a cleanup kill here.
Yeah, I mean, he hammers through.
Marshall gets the kill.
Right, KU can get a lot of money if you can get either of these kills, but both of the kills are not happening.
It's okay. He gets solo XP under the tower. It's actually pretty good for him. He's going to get all the CS here. He might get gone on, though. Do they have a glyph? They do have a glyph. They should glyph right away. They should glyph.
No, the trample sentry combination. Ass actually dies to the tower, but I'm sure he's fine with that trade.
Yeah, that's fine. He wants the TP and fill mid anyway, I imagine. It's good for him.
Speaking of mid,
on Camel Farmer.
Yeah, both mids are 6, and there is a Hoodwink here securing this rune. At least he's trying to. The Bushwhack will secure the rune.
He might get gone on, though. Oh, no, he's choosing to chill. Beastmaster, level 5. Boldax is going to kill this boar. Yeah, big boar kill.
The neutral actually almost got the boar kill. That would have been a very salve for Wyvern if that happens.
Yeah, still gets the XP though. So that's half or most of it, honestly. Whoa, big bash. Maybe looking to pressure. I don't know. This Void is really strong. The Beastmaster did not get enough advantage like during the early levels. Like ideally, he should have his HOD by now. To be completely honest, like I would say 6-minute HOD, especially if you're rushing it like he did, is pretty standard. He's a little poor, you know, missing maybe like 600-800 net worth. Because of that, he will not have pressure on this Faceless Void. He's stuck waiting for his HOD. Not going to get to level 6 that quickly as well. So definitely not the start that I think Dire were hoping for in this lane, and especially not the start they were looking for in the top lane. That said, Boldax getting another big man.
Another Bushwhack
is like really owning on Hoodwink this game, doing a really great job at connecting all those Bushwhacks. Getting the 2-man Acorn shot into Bushwhack over and over. Wow, top lane now.
No, top lane. He's trampling. Omni will heal. It didn't come
to
TPs.
And the pickup, though, on the Omni Knight. There's more TPs. Hoodwink coming in as well. Marshall may be in some trouble here.
Marshall's definitely in trouble. I mean, he got sent for TP. He's only trying to deny.
You gonna kill him?
Hey, you wait. Acid rain!
Wow, big plays.
Meanwhile, Marshall's still alive. He's juking in the trees. There's certainly no way he lives here, right?
He's out. He's out. He's gonna miss.
Oh my. Wow. What a disaster. It's a 4v2. Dire at the 4. They traded 1 for 1. That's terrible. They lost their carry for supports.
Yeah, I mean, those voice lines coming in right after. We know why. Definitely really big play for Radiant there. And just some misplays by Dire. Not chasing through on the Primal. Clinks walking back into the Dawnbreaker. Now on bottom, Fume is level 6. Looking for the play. There is Camel Farmer in the area.
He's got the Chrono if he wants it.
Has got to juke this. I don't think he's going to be able to.
This is not going to work. There's too much damage.
By Camel Farmer.
Yeah, there's your splitters.
And no Chrono needed. Yeah, big plays connecting across the map for Radiant here. And getting really worried about Dire's draft now. Especially when this Beastmaster is not having a good game. Only has his HOD completed at 9 minutes. It's going to be really tough, and I don't think Clinks will have an easy time scaling into this game either, unfortunately.
I think one thing that matters is these stacks of the Dire Shrine camp. I believe Radiant saw them when they worded briefly, so if these stacks can be secured by the Dire, that'll be something, but if they don't get these stacks, it's looking real bad.
Yeah, this Omni Knight really low level as well, only level 4. There's going to be a stomp onto the Hoodwink as well.
He's going in top lane as well. Back over to top, yeah, that's a Malefic dead.
They can look to dive this Clinks too. They really can.
There is no pull. Actually, there's no spells at all on Primal Beast, but I don't think he cares. He has 130 damage nearly. He's fine.
They see him. Oh, they choose not to go for it. Let him go. So Beastmaster does have pressure on bottom finally with this HOD. We see the Hoodwink making the rotation as well. I think this tower will just be forfeit. Probably the smart thing to do on Radiant side. Look to just take top tower. But, you know, it's never good on the Beastmaster side when you're taking the tier 1 after the enemy has taken your tier 1, right? Like, this is a hero that, again, really functions from being ahead. And, you know, Dire top tier 1, taking the fall. Meanwhile, Beastmaster is still stuck on bottom.
It is a trade of towers.
Mid pressure as well.
Yeah, if this mid T1 dies, that's a disaster.
Camel Farmer is going to Edict on mid too, and you know, mid tower is going to lose a lot of HP here. Glyph is immediately forced.
Oh no, Caves is dead again. The Marshall and Bulljack. Another death on Clinks. That is his 5th death of the game. Oh no, there's been entire BO3s where he's had less than 5 deaths, but this game, he's already 5 in this one game 3.
Yeah, I mean, I think he didn't have. I mean, he can't have had more than like 2 or 3 deaths in the SF game, right? And like, he didn't die very much in that Pudge game either. Probably has more deaths combined in just this game so far than the previous 2. Really, especially for a 23 pick Clanks, where he saw a lot of what he was going to be playing into. Definitely, maybe an ill-advised pick here. May not have known what he was signing up for. He is going a good item build, I would say, in terms of recovery, rushing the Maelstrom right away. Not worrying about his boots, just making sure that he can get to his item and clear stacks. So, going to be looking for this guy to finish Maelstrom, maybe off this mid wave, and then clear stacks right away and try to catch up that way. Just pretty solid, so that part's good. Man, he really should clear this mid wave before he tries to take the stack.
He saw the Wyvern, he backed out immediately.
Scared.
He's that scared.
Yeah, really sad. Man, if he had his Maelstrom here, he would insta-clear the hard camp and then start
oh no, the Shrek is in danger. Yeah. There's an Exo, and that should be enough damage. Lord Guardian has been used, but it's too late.
But wow, the DP's gonna take a ton of damage here. No Omni Knight Insight. Really needed that Heavenly Grace to help him.
Oh,
and a big curse as well.
Hoodwink the target. Curse. Marshall on the way. Has the Pulverize. We'll use it on the Hoodwink. Hoodwink certainly will fall.
More. Okay, no, just the...
Double kill for Marshall.
Yeah, just the double. So, I mean, even that would still favor Radiant. I mean, they're gaining gold at a really massive rate. The Clinks is finally starting to catch up, but this DP is not having the game that she was hoping, especially versus Leshrac, which I would say is an easy lane for DP. And this Beastmaster also, I mean, 300 below the Void in your counterpick lane. Definitely not what you're looking for.
Alright, we have finally seen KU grab that Ancient Camp stack at the very least, so he's started to cover his game, but yeah, all 3 cores behind their counterparts on the Radiant side. Even the Dawnbreaker's there at the DP right now. This is a disaster.
Yeah, this Dawnbreaker, when your 4 position is ahead of the enemy mid, is not looking good. Now we see a move here into the enemy jungle. KTA looking to make the advance. Does have Roar ready. Sees the Leshrac. I don't know if he wants to pop
Lightning Storm slow. Couldn't get in range of the Roar because of its...
I mean, there's no mana for Curse. I don't know if he knows that. No, I guess there's no Curse anyway. But it's going to be soon. Primal
See,
Beast
Marshall
keeping in. There's going to be a fight here.
Fights.
Camel Farmer has had his ult on the entire time this Invis has been running, I will say.
There is a roar on Primal Beast. Dire, reposition, DP to the new target. Chronosphere used on 3, all on the outside of Chrono perfectly!
Yeah,
what a perfect Chrono from Fume! We saw game 1, no Chronos, but now Dire lose 2. Foreplay and Keita, Malefic the new target. He's being gone upon. The bash from Fume. Malefic, again another bash! He'll bushwhack, but there's no way out. There's too many heroes running at you. It's a disaster! A 5k lead at minute 13.
I will say as well, there's some interesting dynamic between Primal Beast and Dawnbreaker and this Hoodwink. Both these heroes are pretty effective at actually killing the tree in the fight, and as soon as that tree gets cut, the Hoodwink stun will end. So, you know, you go from this draft on Dire having, you know, 1 stun plus, you know, 1 really reliable like 2 stuns, you know, you have Hoodwink plus the Roar, to really only having the Roar, because this Hoodwink spell is actually not doing a lot in the fights. You know, I've seen now 1 fight, or maybe I think 2 fights, where, you know, this tree just gets broken by the trample from Primal Beast, and now the Hoodwink can't stun. The Hoodwink has no angle to actually find a connection, and their Clanks is never going to be able to get DPS down that way. So I am really worried about Dire's draft right now and actually functioning at this point in the game with no advantage. Yeah, we see it right there. Again, right? He gets stunned.
It's a curse on the Menagerie. He's going to eventually die here. He's chain stunned. The Dawnbreaker is broken, but it won't matter. Keita is dead. And again,
Yeah, I mean,
Dawnbreaker's fine.
Dawnbreaker broke him out of him. It broke himself out of his stun, right? He had the hammer out. He gets bushwhacked, and the hammer comes back and breaks his tree. He's out of the stun. Really good.
Marshall's
Now the
trampling.
Primal Beast,
He's
man.
hasted even. He's pulverizing Malefic. He'll get purged by Kobe. Currently a 2-for-1 trade with the pending death of the Hoodwink. The ulti's a bit
Maybe-
late from the Omni Knight. Malefic has bought back. Acid will
Will be a
attempt Sword
buyback.
Guardian towards Camel. Foreplay is low. Camel's
Acid Bane
being
is very
healed.
low, though. He should get... Oh, man.
Acid is dead, but if they can kill foreplay, Splitter missed.
They have another heal. Looks like they won't be
That
able to
is
get
now
more.
a 2-for-2. That's a fine 2-for-2 if you're dire.
Yeah, they take those for sure.
Oh,
and he
Bushwhack!
might have the
The
left back.
sharpshooter!
Wow,
That's a
big
big
play.
play from Malefic.
Radiant structure.
Suddenly his buyback most certainly worth it. He gained 800 gold despite buyback in that fight.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, there is the, you know, the looming threat of this Faceless Void. Just has a Midas, free farming. And this Beastmaster is not looking like he will be an answer. Really low level, really underfarmed on Beast. Like this Beastmaster now, below the Dawnbreaker, excuse me, in net worth.
Yeah,
All three
one
cores.
problem at a time, right? One problem at a time.
Yeah. They are making it go on bottom. We'll walk away, though. Just a difficult game.
Radiant are scanning.
Radiant still want, if they're scanning bottom, they still want to go. They want to perhaps smoke up and find KU. They want to kill Clinks for another 6th time. Is there a smoke? Yeah, there's 3 smokes on Wyvern. Wyvern is ready to smoke and go.
Yeah. They're waiting for their BKB on Primal. They have it now. Gonna look to make the move. Clinks has been doing a good job at avoiding these deaths in the last, like, 8 minutes or so, but, you know, might not avoid this one, unfortunately. That said, the smoke will pop right away on this illusion rune.
Mid laner on mid laner action split Earth
There
hits, but it's
is
purged
instant
immediately.
heal. It's good. This Omni needs to do work in these fights. You know, they need to get off, you know, 5 Heavenly Graces to really win a fight. It's going to have to take a long time of them really kiting and making sure that they don't die to their stuns. Kill the Primal Beast. Kill the Dawnbreaker. Kill the Wyvern. Really kite out.
Primal Beast, speaking of Primal Beast, the smoke just popped. As a result, Clinks immediately runs away from that man.
The Beastmaster looks like he's reading the move, backing his main hero off. That's good. Might get his summons killed anyway, but that's better than his hero. Yeah, it looks like he will have his summons cleaned. Probably a misplay from him.
Yeah, good 170 gold to blow Shrek for that one.
Yeah, and it's just about the Beast not being able to fight now for another 40 seconds. Has no boars, has no creep. Might just sacrifice his tier 2 because of that.
The glyph has
Also-
been used. Oh, the Embrace. Good Embrace, keeping it alive for a little
Yeah, now they're going to take with the illusions. Oh, no,
Oh,
the Captain
unfortunate.
dies. That said, they will have another Edict in 6 seconds. They are TPing in on Hoodwink, looking to make the defense.
Radiant saw the TP. They're beginning to disengage. They only have 3. Marshall
That's it.
engages
Primal is
his
in with his BKB. Now Dawn is in as well. He can't find the grab. Looking for the grab on the Hoodwink here.
Hoodwink too fast. The Scurry gets away there.
So pretty good disengage. They bait the Dawn ult. They bait the BKB on Primal. Now they can maybe look for a smoke up. Look for an engagement. That would be the best thing for Dire to do here. I think you really have to take advantage of this opportunity. It won't come that often that Radiant fuck up their initiation like that.
There are smokes.
This guy's showing on mid. I mean, he has the Atos on
mid
Clinks.
lane. The barrage. The Bushwhack was
The
missed.
Hoodwink is really missing his spells here.
Oh, unfortunate. He's been hitting his spells all game, but now when it matters the most, off the mark for Malefic.
Yeah, he didn't get in range to press his Acorn shot, and so then he bushwhacked nothing, unfortunately. Should not have channeled his ult, he should have just chained the Q on the Atos. I think he would have had a clean kill there, unfortunately. That said, Beastmaster is scaling now by playing in the top side. I mean, they're not gaining gold, but they aren't losing it. That's good. That's always a plus when you're behind. That's a good sign of life for Dire here. There's a smoke up right away. Primal Beast will have BKB soon in 20 seconds, so you know this smoke has to be fast. If they're going to take Roche, they should just do it. That said, they might connect on the Primal Beast before he has his BKB. That'd be really big for them.
Yeah, it's up
Looks
to
like they
15
will
seconds.
just Roche.
Well, they're
No, they see the
indecisive.
Void, though. The Void has no BKB. This is a really good go. If they can start with Silence
Silence
and
on
beat the Roar,
Void.
they
Is
need
there-
to get the Roar down, though.
Oh, you roar the Wyvern instead. Fume gets away. I mean, Voldax certainly is going to... She actually cursed and walks away.
They instantly cut the tree on the Faceless Void with his quelling, so there was no follow-up stun on the Wyvern.
Oh no, it's a
Oh, and the
disaster.
Clinks is really... Man, a lot of misplays right now. It's a really tense situation, I guess. Meanwhile, Acid Rain just free farming up Storm in the bot lane, almost at his Ags, taking this tier 1. If Dire are going to do anything, they should just commit for Roche, but nope, they're going to TP away. Looks like they have given up. So, unsuccessful play. And they're going to lose their vision. Really sad.
I mean, they're looking at either a core kill on Primal Beast or a Void, turn that into a Wyvern kill maybe. They're not even a Wyvern kill. They have nothing. Nothing but sadness.
Yeah, and the Wyvern, again, going to clean up this ward, so they lose all their vision. They, really unsuccessful smoke. It sucks when you make a smoke like that, and you're not able to connect on anything, because it means that you're not really going to be able to hold your land. You're going to have to give up the wards that you just placed to try to make that play happen. Especially a smoke that, if that had connected, they could have walked in Roche and got Roche for free, and really maybe turned the game around. So, going to be a key moment where they're going to, look at this replay and say, man, we really missed out.
Despite the missed engagements, they're still willing to fight. We're seeing, again, 3 Dire Heroes run as Radiant side jungle, but, again, Nebula, they're not giving kills. They're chilling, they're farming. They know they're at the advantage state, and they know they have the Void, so they can play it slow.
Yeah, at some point, I think this Void, again, is just going to hit raid boss status where no matter if the net worth is equal, no matter if, you start the fight in a really good manner, if you don't start the fight by killing Faceless Void, you're probably not going to win the fight, unfortunately.
And once you see that BKB, once you see the possibly even Lincoln Sphere, that becomes so difficult to do.
Yeah, and as soon as Void gets to BKB, I would say he will be nearly invincible. Even if he gets roared, as long as he presses his BKB before he's roared, he will still live, I'm pretty sure. Because I think, like I said, this goes back to the damage issue that I think Sus had game 1. Even with the Hoodwink, I'm not sure they can burst the Void if they don't have a follow-up stun on the Roar. Maybe they can. I mean, no, that's probably not true, right? If they have Hoodwink ult plus the Clinks Q on the Roar, I think they'll kill him, but the conditions for this guy to get killed are really limited because the Wyvern heal will actually save him. The Clinks is all physical damage. Most of the DP is physical damage. The Beastmaster is mostly physical damage, so if this Void presses BKB and gets Wyvern healed, he's just invincible. He won't die. And it creates this teamfight condition that's kind of impossible to get through for Dire, right? How are you ever going to find a fight where you kill the Wyvern without using your Roar, and then you have to kill the Void, with the Roar or whatever? So, it's going to require they bushwhack, they use the Clinks to kill the Wyvern at the start, Wyvern doesn't have buyback, and then they actually find a good Roar on the Faceless Void with maybe a Blink Dagger on Beastmaster, something like that.
He's still a good bit away from that blink, unfortunately. About 2,600 gold. He finishes the Overlord first, so he's...
Yeah, it's going to work on the Overlord first, yeah. But, I mean, there's also a chance that the fight goes poorly for Radiant if they jump the gun a little bit. Let's say the Faceless Void wastes Chrono on the DP, and the Omni Knight's able to get, a good save off. Maybe they can take the fight that way. But I just have a feeling that the longer the fight goes, that they aren't able to kill the Void, the worse it's going to get. Eventually this Void will pass time dilation and outcarry whatever happens on Dire. Kill the Clinks, kill the Beast, kill the DP.
Is Nullifier Void viable this game, or is it not good enough?
I think it is a great Nullifier game, yeah. I think that he should probably get it at some point. It means that he'll actually be able to kill whoever he Chronos. Definitely a good item. He probably won't buy it until his 5th item or so. He wants BKB for sure. He might even want a Lincoln's after that. But, if he gets to BKB, and he just goes BKB Mjolnir or BKB Lincolns into Nullifier, I think it's pretty solid. Maybe he doesn't even need the Lincolns. He might be able to just go straight S and Y or something. I don't know. Status resist is actually really good because there's only 2 stuns or whatever. He's gonna live or whatever if he has status resist for sure. So it is interesting.
We are back from the pause, luckily, and it is again game time. We are on that ticking Faceless Void clock.
Oh, big Chrono.
Chronosphere again on 3. Fume! He's out of control right now. Omniite's dead. Hoodwink is dead. The DP certainly is going to fall as well. 3 deaths on the side of Sus. And, Fume is more than warmed up from game 1. He is ready to go, and this time he is chronoing at will.
Yeah, really good ward. I mean, Dire just sitting under that ward they might have got. That's a common one, right? There's a pause in the game, and you kind of forget what's happening. You forget where the enemy vision is. You get lost in the game, and they're just standing under that ward there and jumped by Void. A quick trigger on the Void. So well played to him, and yeah, really good stuff.
Seeing even more, it's a 3-man smoke from Dawnbreaker, Wyvern, Primal
Are they gonna
Beast.
catch KU here? He has no BKB.
There's a dust. There's
Here
your
comes
trample.
Primal. Alright.
Oh no,
Gonna get picked
KU.
up.
Poor
Yeah.
KU. I don't know if he's on the way, but he's just
Tommy's-
slightly too slow. He was mid-cast animation. What can you do? We're at the point now where, I mean, Radiant can even force Roshan if they want to. They don't have a great Roche-taking team, but they're so far ahead they can just go for it.
Yeah, Radiant are in a really dominant position. Faceless Void's gonna finish BKB before the next fight, most likely. And I mean, okay, this is good. Smoke up. They need to kill this Void. This roar into Hoodwink stun needs to connect. They need to throw all their damage on this dude. He's very exposed right now. He's definitely being really dumb.
There we
This
go.
kinda
That's a
obvious
clip.
here.
Here's your
There's the
roar. Floor
Wait,
Guardian
there's
will
an
attempt the
insta-dawn up
save, and it will save for now. He'll time lock away Acid
Man,
Rain.
they missed the chain.
But he's
Yeah,
not even
this is
dead
the
either.
problem.
Nobody's dead.
I don't know how they can play now. There's no roar. They have one stun. Just wow, really hard execution
no.
now.
Well, your gold lead is ballooned to 9k. Another tower is dead. Another hero is dead. It's looking real bad right now for Sus.
Are scanning.
Yeah, and like I said, similar to I would say the last game, for the for not for Sus, but for God, I can't say their name. It's because I click. They're like it doesn't show their name or whatever. Like they all are using different tags. But
Yeah, I just call him Nebula.
Nebula.
Just call
Alright,
him.
No, that's good.
It's the easy name.
I should remember Nebula. Like last game for Nebula, there's no easy path back in when you don't have stuns versus Faceless Void, and especially a Faceless Void that was early picked. Like, having the save is fine, having
Dire's bottom
the silence is fine, but this Clink's hero really stands out as not having any answer to help kill the Faceless Void, and their draft really needed, I think, one more stun to function well. Unfortunately.
Well, your worst case scenario has come true. If you're the Dire, Void now is a BKB, and your Beastmaster about to die once again. He's being trampled upon. Technically not being hit by the trample, but...
Roar?
And despite the
Okay.
roar, I don't think he
I
can
mean,
get away here.
This guy's going on a run, at least. He's gonna cut his way through the trees, maybe start woodcutting in his spare time, hopefully.
And he is buying
Or-
time, I guess. I mean, look at... He's
And
just
they're
fine.
gonna let him go. He's just gonna TP away. He's free. Cool.
Keita.
Alright.
Okay.
Big tips there, yeah. Alright.
It's creation play.
Yeah, alright, space created.
You've extended the game by 35 seconds by doing that, and every little bit counts in Dota.
That's true. DP's gonna get to a BKB off that, so big plays. And he didn't even TP base, he TP'd mid, so good for him. Now though, Radiant setting up Roshan. This is where it gets really risky. There is a Hawk in Rosh, so maybe they can look for a big smoke play. Like, it has to be. It's just so awkward because so many people can cancel this Hoodwink stun. Like, Dawn can W it, Primal can trample it, Leshrac can stun it, right? Like, there's like 3 different things. Like, what if the Leshrac buys the shard and just stuns in the fight? Like, you'll never stun anyone, right? It'll just keep breaking the tree. So,
Radiant's mid
this Hoodwink stun has got to be really on point because there's 3 heroes that can break it. There's no setup for it at all. I mean, Roar is like not really a setup. So it really is all on the back of this Hoodwink to make the plays happen. And if he doesn't make these plays happen, I don't think the game will like ever go anywhere. I don't think Dire will get kills. And yeah, it's gonna be hard to play if that doesn't happen. So a lot on his shoulders.
Radiant, they're not even going for Roshan. They're getting vision for Roshan, and they're waiting. They're just
Is that
waiting.
smoke though? Maybe Dire think they're in Roche because they're scanning it. Yeah, they do. They have a feeling that Radiant should be in Roche, but they're not, so they're getting a little confused, I think. And they're gonna look to make the play anyway.
There is the roar online for Keita. Right now, looking at Dire Vision, they see a Primal Beast way up in the top lane. They see nothing else.
I will say there's also a Dawnbreaker ag, so there's like another, like, what happens if you roar them and then they just Dawn ulti and nothing happens. Like, there's a lot of fight conditions that have to go well for Sus to win a fight. The Wyvern has to the Wyvern has to die. You have to kill the Dawn or kite the Dawn ulti. You have to, like, man, you have to do a lot. And Dawn just showed herself bottom, but not gonna make the go here. Now Roche is finally getting started. And are there any more smokes on the side of Dire? There are no smokes, so there is a smoke on Hoodwink, but not going to be close enough and running over now.
It's going to be difficult. I mean, they're going to
And
try
Dire-
it. They have to try it, but it's going to be difficult.
They have to try. I don't see how the actually. They see the Wyvern. They should take the Wyvern right away. Just kill the Wyvern right at the start.
Rashawn's about 1/3 HP. Another 3-man curse into a 3-man chrono.
man.
A bit bad coordination, but it's not going to matter.
Yeah.
The chainstone is far too. Like, Camel's dead to KU. Huge kill from KU, but the Dire are still collapsing. Omni is low. Could not get spells off. He'll now buy back immediately. Keita is dead. Acid Rain is low, but Marshall is still looking to man fight in the middle of the fight. Siphon's coming on Acid Rain. Acid Rain is incredibly low, trying to hammer away, but will die on the south side. Back over to the north side. Fume gets away from the Dire heroes. Currently, Dire of 4, and they're going to go for Roshan. The Exo is still active. This could be the turnaround they need for
big
Sus.
Play. I think they're going to get it. Really good for Dire. Oh, they're getting charged, though. Oh.
It's too late. Marshall's out in the middle of 4
in.
heroes. He'll uproar. He'll purge off that Gleipnir debuff.
Good
He's
purge
still
by
being
him,
run
just
down.
got the talent. That was like worst case scenario, funny enough, on the Curse and the Chrono going off at the same time. And wow, there might be a dive. KU looking for more. He knows Fume has no BKB. There's going to be a big bushwhack here.
Huge chainstone. Huge assassinates. Correction, sharpshooter. Fume is down.
Really big players.
Oh my.
And, you know, that, like I said, worst case scenario, Wyvern ulti on top of the Chrono, both going off at the same time. Void can do no damage on the Wyvern ult, so they weren't able to kill anyone in the Chrono. The Clinks finds the backstab and immediately kills the Leshrac there. I think Leshrac, I mean, yeah, either way, putting himself out of position, getting gone on right at the start, and then they instantly walk in Roche, finish Roche, and no stuns required. So, really good fight for Sus here, and... You know, if I'm Radiant, though, I'm not too discouraged. You know, I just say, guys, like, we messed up. We pressed all our spells in the wrong order. We can, you know, easily win a fight. Let's go take another one. And don't be scared, basically. So, hopefully, the Radiant recognize that, and they get Chrono, and they go for a smoke, and they take recontrol of this game, and they don't let the gold lead build on Dire any more than it has. I think they can still just go fight.
Speaking of not scared, Sus are definitely not scared. They just tried to go on Camel mid lane with about a 0% chance of killing the Shrek. They went anyways, just for the fun of this.
Yeah, a little ambitious, but hopefully, I think Faces Void, too, his itemization is a little poor this game. Like I said, I really would like him to just buy a Linken's. I think there's no Linken's break on the side of Dire here. So if you buy a Linken's, you will never get roared, and if you don't get roared, you'll have a really easy time always getting Chrono off at the end of the fights.
I was gonna say looking at like Siphon or Hammer to purge or to get rid of that Lincoln's buff. That's hard to get.
I guess Siphon might be a good way to purge it, but I don't know, it's hard for the DP. Like if the DP is showing herself like that, she's probably just gonna get Chronoed and die, right? Like
not a great cast range.
Maybe in some trouble again.
Gleipnir on the
tons of damage.
Again, but he's still not dead yet. Malefic needs a sharpshooter, cannot get the kill with it. Now there's a Pulverize on Hoodwink.
Now the Dawn
Curse
ulti gonna be saving everybody.
Omni.
Wow, big curse kills Omni.
Ooh, Omni's certainly going to die. Now Foreplay is siphoning everybody. He's still looking for kills. The track's still alive. The Chronosphere. It's on to Fume got the Chronosphere. He got the Chrono. Oh no! Camelo's dead. DP is still alive. He's siphoning. He's hitting Marshall. Somehow, some way Nebula get wiped. Sus, they have done it. It's a full 5-man wipe.
Wow, big turnaround. Pretty amazing game.
How are these things even possible?
Really is just the Void standing in the Chrono, eating all the damage from the Clinks, and the Leshrac walked back in and died to the DP Siphon. They couldn't actually finish her off, so, yeah, really amazing fight. Wow. I think things were going well for Radiant. I think the fight was looking okay. If they had just kited and maybe the Void could have even died at the start. I thought the Beastmaster could get the roar off on the Void before the Chrono came down, but yeah, the Dawn ult getting kited effectively. They committed so much. I mean, they didn't even have to commit on the Leshrac. I don't know. It's because the Clinks is doing so much damage on the poke that the Leshrac is like shitting his pants. The Leshrac really needs a way to remove the Clinks Glyphnir, because that's 2 fights in a row, right? Where the Leshrac gets Glyphnir'd and Burning Barraged and just dead, like full to 0.
Right.
Good BKB TP from Beastmaster there, and they're out.
Camel goes to the store, buys a pair of pants called the Yule Scepter. That's the counterplay. Maybe a BKB.
Yeah, I mean, Ags will work too, right? Ags will make him invincible, so that works too. But that's 3,000 off. So would you?
No, silence on Void. Oh, he just got BKB, but he's been embraced. He's feared away. Is there a perfect chain stun?
There might be a stun.
No, there's not.
Oh, slow on the stun. But the Dawn.
BKB from Marshall. He's still trampling in for Malefic. Aspirate has now arrived into the fight. The Hoodwink certainly is going to die, barring a miracle. He's duking in the trees, but there's no way he escapes this. And the Bashes will secure that kill. 1 death, but it is support death on the Dire side.
I will say I will get worried again for Dire once this Aegis is out. Because like I said, you're playing versus Faceless Void. This Aegis will only do so much, right? At some point, this Aegis is out. 30 seconds. Faceless Void can start trying to look for the Clinks on the Chrono again. Obviously, there is an Omni Knight this game, so saving from the Chrono is a little easier. But if he can start building into a Nullifier, maybe, I mean, he is going. I mean, Scotty, he might not itemize right to play this matchup because I do think the Nullifier is the right item for him at this point. He needs a way to make sure that he can just Chrono the Clinks and insta-kill him. You know, not let anything stop him. I mean, to me, the god items in this game are Nullifier Lincolns, because when you have Nullifier Lincolns, you can just Chrono Clinks, you can't get roared, and you will be BKB'd, so they can't break your Lincolns, and you will always kill the Clinks. So, especially when there's... And I think the Clinks is doing so much in the fight, although, wow, Dawnbreaker gonna get one shot mid, man. My god, this guy is taking over this game.
There's a 3-man smoke from Nebula, but it's just too late. You've lost your Dawnbreaker, who can buy back. There's no Solar Guardian.
Big smoke up by Sus. Looking for the wrap. If he finds the Leshrac on this smoke, it's going to be huge.
And they find the Leshrac.
They find Leshrac. They should go right away. Clinks, hello?
Roar not in range. Clinks not engaging. Fume has Chronosphere. BKB from foreplay. He's again siphoning in.
They do have the shard on the DP. It will force BKBs here. They
Lightning
do.
around Leshrac. Again,
Wow,
Leshrac with the big targets.
Tons of damage.
But he's still not dead yet. He should die soon. Acid. Solar Guardian with the buyback. Himmel Farmer still alive. Pulverize on the DP. DP's happy to purge by Omni and Chronosphere. Only on Omni. Fume is dead. Foreplay still alive. So the siphons. They can't kill anybody. In comes their Guardian Angel. Nebula are collapsing. It's a perfect 4-man curse, but it won't matter with the Guardian Angel.
Oh, they do, okay, still goes down, but wow, really good fight again for Sus here. Bad Chrono, takes only the Omni Knight, should probably just save his Chrono, wait for later, immediately gets roared because he has no defensive item, and all of a sudden, this game is completely on its shoulder, or like on its head. I think Dire have pretty, I think Dire are going to take 2 sets. I don't know, like, Wyvern's dead.
The Mindbreaker silence.
Is doing so much.
The disaster right now. Dawnbreaker can't be there. Void can't be there.
Indeed. Honk more.
It's time to honk. It's time to put Rampage in the chat at this point.
I was a doubter. I hated on these guys the whole early game, and here we are. Absolutely amazing execution by them. Doing a great job.
This is what they do. They recognize their timing points very well, and they're just running the train right now. They're up by 8k. They're up by 2 racks. They're going for throne.
There's no Chrono. They can do this. They really can. Clinks is a monster.
Here's your buyback from Boljax. Currently a 3v5. Marshall remains alive.
So low though. Okay, they're gonna be respectful. They've taken 2 sets. They're back. They're just gonna chill. All they have to do is wait for Roche. If they get a Roche on this Clinks, I don't see how Radiant can take a fight. I think Clinks will walk at their towers, front line, do everything required to actually close this game out. So hopefully they just play it chill. They don't die here. They wait for the Aegis. They take 1 Aegis fight and. Yeah, I mean, I do still think that Radiant's execution is easier. If they can find a good Chrono, they can get their Leshrac in the fight, but the Leshrac really needs his Ags. He's 400 off his Ags right now. It's the only way he's going to be able to enter the fight and not die to the Clinks to the DP. We keep seeing it time and time again. I think Leshrac has really poor items this game. Bloodstone not doing anything. I think the Kaya Sanj is okay, but again, like, yeah, probably just a Bloodstone, making it really difficult for him to play. Like, imagine if he had a Lincoln's or a BKB or a Shiva's Guard. Shiva's Guard seems like the standout one to me. He needs a lot of armor, and it would be great versus the Clinks and the Beastmaster summons. And the DP as well, stop her healing. Maybe a missed item there. And Faceless Void having better items as well. He has a lot of useless net worth. Again, like the Scotty, probably not the item. Mjolnir, probably acceptable, but not the probably best item he could buy. Making these team fights a little difficult, so... Man, this Clinks is really at raid boss. This Omni Knight is going to keep Wing him. He's going to be like 4.5k HP, and it's going to be really hard for Radiant to have enough damage to actually tear through him. You know, in the early game, it was no big deal. They were able to just stomp on top of him, but this Primal Beast is not doing enough damage at this point in the game to sustain the fights, I think.
We're at the point where second Roshan's alive. So about killing this 4.5k HP Clinks. Imagine if I can do it twice. That's the problem. He's a man with Guardian Angel buffs. The Omni Knight Heavenly Grace, there is no way to do anything at that point.
Clinks also has a sheep stick queued up, which I like. I mean, he is solving their stun issues. He's saying, okay, like, yeah, we can't, you know, we're having a hard time kill this Void, having a hard time kill the Wyvern. I'll make it easy. I'll just buy a sheep stick. I'm so fat. I'm 5k above the, 5k net worth above the Void. I'm just going to get an Aegis. I'm just going to get a sheep. I'm going to walk up to their high ground, and if anyone shows near me, I'm going to instantly sheep them, or they're going to have to BKB. So, he's going to really force their hand on the commit. I really like his itemization in this game.
Second Roshan is going to die. Aegis and Shard both going inside
Shard
the
goes
dire.
to Omni Knight, I guess. He's the only one without a shard. So we will see Degen Aura back in the game. Let's go.
Degen Aura, let's go.
It's back, baby. 3 years in the making.
40% slow.
Is it actually? Oh, it's 40%.
40%.
That's pretty good. That's not so bad. For free or whatever, right? Not so bad. That's probably pretty good versus Primal Beast, man. This guy charges in, tries to trample on you, like fucking Degen Aura right in your face.
That
Can't
is
trample on me now.
It's quite degenerate, to be fair. It's quite degenerate.
Pretty good. Alright, so how do they kill this Clanks? What's the execution here? They need to find the Omni Knight. They need... I mean, they do have a Scotty on the Void, so maybe he can hold his Chrono. I think the best way for the Void to fight is try to go... Uh-oh.
He is chain stunned, but he is fine.
Alright, he's fine. Yeah. I mean, it's so hard versus the Sheepstick now, but he needs to find a way to go... I mean, I don't know. He's going to get sheeped. He's going to jump in, he's going to get sheeped, and he's going to die. It's really difficult for him to fight, actually. They need the Primal Beat. Oh, they're just keeping... Clinks is out. He's going to kill Acid Rain,
He's killing Acid Rain, and he will... It's a dieback when he dies here. He's certainly going to die. He's dead for 70 seconds. Problem is, welcome mouse and that takes about 70 seconds.
I would say that's good for Radiant there. I think if Radiant had stuck around and... Or maybe not Radiant. I guess if Dire had stuck around and gone for the reacts, I'm pretty sure they would have got it. So, probably some good news for Radiant there. For a little bit, at least. You will see. Looks like they are just walking down bottom. I'm not sure what they'll do when they get to bottom. Probably just try to go top again, but... I mean, by the time they get to their base, though, like, the Dawn will be respawned, so it doesn't... It is kind of just losing Aegis time, but it's okay. Maybe they think it's high value. Take the outpost back or something.
Maybe they're trying to constrict as much as possible, I think.
Leshrac does have Ags. We haven't seen this Ags do anything yet, but this is the fight if it's going to happen. They see the Clinks. Man, Clinks should just go, man. Clinks should just walk up and nut up and put his body out there. I really feel like time.
He's ready to go, but he's just hunting. He wants maybe another pickoff or two. Radiant are all on their base now, though.
He might find it. This Primal Beast might walk out a little too far. We'll see. He sees him. Oh, he shows himself. He gets to walk up, man. Get Omni Graced and walk up. I feel like it's so easy. I feel like they should not be scared. They should just take the last set of racks. I will say Leshrac has a shard. Okay, that's good news. That's a way to defend base. I didn't think about that one. Leshrac shard is a way to defend base, I would say. If they have a bajillion edicts, or sorry, excuse me, splitters on the ground, they might be able to stall the team fights long enough to actually kill people.
These sentry wards are keeping the Radiant alive right now. There's sentry here, sentry here. They see Clinks constantly walking in and out of base.
There's 2 minutes on Aegis. I swear to God, they're gonna realize that they can just siege. Clinks is gonna figure it out. He's gonna walk up. He's gonna say, "Pressure spell on me. Let's go." What's happening?
They press the spells, but he's just killing Primal Beast. There comes the Solar Guardian to save. KU will walk away.
They made the Guardian. Now he's gonna get a fat Mjolnir. Oh, maybe not. Sorry, excuse me, Glyphnir. They get the ward. I mean, they should keep going, man. No Dawn ulti. Good news for Radiant.
Split Earth will hits. In
they're
comes
jumping.
Marshall trampling.
But
KU,
man, he is so
he mans
tanky.
up. There's an embrace on the Shrek. The roar is there on Primal Beast's curse. It's only
Primal
on
Beast.
one. Oh
Yes,
no.
back on Primal. There is a chrono on the Clinks.
It's
It misses
on
the
two.
Clinks, but he
It's
walks
not
into
good
it.
enough, though. I don't think. Oh no. Marshall is dead. KU remains alive. Campfire gets hexed. He'll nihilism himself, but he's bushwhacked by Malefic. Primal Beast has bought back, but the defense, it is collapsing.
Still 1 minute on this Aegis, man. No Leshrac, no chrono. Should keep it going. Man, that was... the Clinks didn't even have to walk into the chrono there. I mean, he doesn't lose his Aegis anyway, but the Void actually whiffed the chrono entirely, and he walked in. Now the Void in lots of trouble. Good heal coming through from the Wyvern. Primal Beast trying to go on KU.
There's no big hit anymore. There's no life anymore. It's a baseless blade with no buyback for the Aegis alone. Radiant's defenders, they're lacking defenders very soon. 2 cores are dead.
Buy as well. Looks like this might be game here.
Primal will get away, but the Racks, they cannot walk to the fountain and heal up. There will be a glyph. That will be Nebula's last glyph of the game, more than likely. The base. There is not much base to lose at this point.
Just pulling this game out of nowhere.
There's your glyph here on Marshall. Oh
this
no.
looks like it will be the closeout. There is a sheep up on Wyvern, going to be one-shotting him.
Wyvern is... Even the
Roar
roar.
for good measure.
They're making sure he's dead. 3 down. Fear away on Primal Beast. 4 dead. None have buybacks.
GG, man.
And Sus do it. They
What a great
somehow
game
make the
from
comeback.
Sus. Is this the matchup you think we'll be getting in the finals? It'd be great to get a rematch of this.
I think so, yeah. I think it's certainly likely, but... Wow. That's a wild one. That's an actually wild game 3. 'Cause, I mean, South State really were... They had the worst heroes and they were down by a 10K. And they won.
Yeah.
Wow. It's just one missed fight is all it took. And Sus took the one missed fight with the Wyvern and Chrono stacking. And they parlayed that into a literal game win.
Yeah. No, they really did. I think the Clinks did a good job of staying composed. He had a really rough early game. I mean, they were down 10K nearly. Stayed composed, got his items, started using his Glyphnir to actually get the kills that were required for the fights. You know, killing that Leshrac at Davroche fight stands out to me as like the big player of the game. Really setting his team up for success there. So nice job to him. Really standout player of the series, I think. Nice job to KU.
KU, I mean, this is, longtime captain of a number of amateur and semi-pro teams, and he's here for his second lads title. He's gotten one. He's come up short recently twice, and he wants to once again be on top. He's one series away, one grand finals away from winning lads.
What do you win if you win lads?
Pride. Personal pride.
The personal pride's always, that's the best thing you can win. Personal pride is great, so it's almost as good as money.
Almost as good. I mean, if we had a prize pool, it'd be like $200 anyway, so it wouldn't be that big. But
yeah, no.
Get the $40.
Yeah, no, that's true. Pride is actually funner. Pride is more fun. That's for sure.
Man, sus. Again, they've punched their ticket, and if you're Nebula, you're in the losers finals. They're waiting on the result of the losers semis, which is Monday. They'll be waiting for their opponent, and then that one will be another exciting series.
Nice.
This is the fun part of the playoff bracket. There's only literally the best of the best remaining. Only these best series to be played at this point.
Yeah, I thought all three. Well, maybe not game 2, but I thought game 1 and 3 were both really good. I thought both teams played pretty well. Man, I'd have to look at this game. I think Radiant have really bad items, but if they had better items, I don't know. Maybe they still would have lost. It looked at some point. It actually didn't look that hard for Dire to fight. I don't know why though. I feel like Radiant's lineup shouldn't have made it that hard. Something is off, like this Bloodstone or this Void's items, or maybe even whatever the Wyvern's doing in this game, buying like Glimmer Cape and stuff. So I feel like they swapped Wyvern players. I feel like Acid Rain played the Wyvern in the
He
other
played it game 1 and game 2, and he owned game 1 and game 2.
I thought Acid Rain played a really great Wyvern. I'm gonna be honest. I thought Bulljack's Wyvern was little subpar. So
I'm surprised that Bulldax loves playing Dawnbreaker support. So I'm surprised they didn't do the. I'm surprised they didn't go Bulldax on Dawnbreaker and Acid Rain on Wyvern.
Yeah, maybe that would have made all the difference. Like unironically.
He loves. I remember one series, his opponents gave him Dawnbreaker 5, and he screenshots the pick immediately towards me. I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna win the series, Badger." And he was right. He won the series.
Nice.
But apparently tonight, not going for it. But I mean, I throw it 2 for you.
Yeah, it's Dota 2.
All right, you want to interview KU?
Sure, we can interview.
Wait, you need to accept.
I don't have that many good questions. I only have like 1 or 2 questions. You gotta. I can't. You gotta get some questions.
Actually, you need to accept my friend request on Discord. Then I can add KU to him.
Oh, my bad.
KU.
Sorry.
I'm gonna send him a G interview request, and he'll come. KU always comes. Where is KU? Victorious captain and carry player, KU 333. Waiting for him. It's dialing. They're asking for foreplay instead, so they want foreplay to interview. So
I got bad news. I don't know what he played, so that says a lot. I'm sorry, foreplay.
Played the DP last game.
You did alright.
I told KU he's the MVP. We want you for the interview. And we are now being joined by MVP KU. How are you in this fine evening?
I don't know why I'm the MVP. I got fucking carried.
Hey, Sammy disagrees, man. He was speaking very highly of 2 players. He's speaking of Acid Rain. He's speaking of you. He was a very big fan of your player.
Yeah, I thought you played really well. Except in the lane. But
that lane was rough. There was I think on the second wave, the Dawnbreaker W'd under our tower, and then the creeps aggroed him for like 6 seconds away, and then it was really awkward from there. And then I got dove on the next wave.
Didn't you have like 8 melee creeps or something under your tower?
Yeah.
probably
Because that happened because the wave followed him after he W'd like really long, and I'll have to watch it back. I had no idea what was happening in the moment, but I knew as soon as the wave is following it, I'm about to die on the next wave. And then, yeah, that's life though. What can you do?
That's all right. Comeback player. Pulled through. I liked your item build. You rushed your Maelstrom. That was good. Why? What made you want to go Glyph in your first item? Because you rushed it and you actually got like 1 or 2 picks with it.
It's like I felt like we were really behind. And looking back at it, we're not in a good spot in the game, right? Like my lane was bad. Our beast got kind of he like died a few times.
Yeah, both your side lanes didn't go well, and your
Yeah.
mid is kind of getting owned too. So
And then
all
there's
bad.
like camping DP and stuff, and it's like I need an item that'll do something. Like I think a lot of people will go like Lance first, or like Maelstrom Lance, or just like go BKB. But I thought the way the game is going, if I keep playing the same way, we're just gonna lose. Like this guy's gonna get Aegis, and then I'm just gonna get outscaled and stuff. And I thought if I went Glepnir, this Lestion looked like he's going BKB. Maybe I can kill him, or just the Sups will probably die in one Glepnir and Barrage. So I decided to just rush it, and it worked out.
Yeah, nice. I would say you had a game-winning fight where you one-shot the Leshrac at Roche. And it
Yeah.
was that. I mean, that one stands out to me as like really valuable. Where like I would have gone Maelstrom BKB, maybe I can't win the game or whatever. So it was really good.
I mean, it can also go the other way, right? If it doesn't pay off, and then I'm just getting spells casted on me, and I die, it's like, oh, I wish I had BKB. But it worked out there. I wrapped all the way around. And I was just looking for the backline, and then my camera's not on the right side of the fight. I don't know what's going on, but it sounded like they got 4-man chronoed, and then they're like, oh fuck, we lost, and then I think they got cursed or something. And
Yeah,
like, oh, wait.
the Wyvern cursed them, and then the Void chronoed them like right after, so they took
Yeah.
no damage.
Very poor
Pretty good.
coordination, yeah.
I
And
thought
then-
the Leshrac too. If he had had a defensive item against your like Lifter, it probably would have been a lot better for him. But no defensive item on Leshrac, you just like one shot him every fight. You're doing like so much damage and really forcing his hand or whatever. It was really good.
Yeah, I just went full Daedalus after we like.
Yeah, Chad items were good items. Good way to get back in the game. Actually, one shot people and take them by surprise.
Yeah.
So you play grand finals. You want a rematch, or do you want someone else to be there? You sick of playing Bulljacks yet?
I mean, I was winning against these guys, so no. But I mean, all the other teams left are still very good. So I'm sure whoever comes up will be a good game. We did play Polar Ass in the finals before, so a rematch could be fun. Bulljacks is always fun, and then Ultra Gunners team, I think 1 season ago or 2 seasons ago, we got knocked out by Ultra Gunners, so revenge would be cool.
I'm sure you don't want to play. I mean, if you're playing that team, though, you're playing against Filsky, playing Viper, Doombringer, Venomancer. I'm sure that's not a fun time for you as a carry player.
It doesn't matter. Just try and cheese me. I don't care. My team will carry me. I'm hopping in the backpack.
Good-
Safe
good
lane is
attitude, guys.
trash.
Just for context, Sammy, with the beginning of the season, KU actually played mid for this team. They had 4-play carry, KU mid. Until like halfway through the season, they were losing a bunch of games. Like, all right, we're putting KU on carry.
You should have stuck on mid. You beasted on the other dude in the Pudge game. You hooked the hard camp over and over. You got super fat. You owned the DP, actually. I was worried about the matchup going in. You owned. You should have
Yeah.
taken SF mid in game 1 and beasted on the Ember. You would have won.
Yeah, we were thinking about putting the SF mid and swapping the Zeus to 4 in game 1. I mean, I think game 1 we should have won. We kind of screwed up. Our offlaner missed every single spell. He hadn't played in like a week. He just moved. So it happens. But I think we were in a good spot to win this first game also.
Yeah, you had the first Aegis, right? You had first Aegis, and then you
Yeah.
had like full map control, but you couldn't like do anything with it.
Yeah, we got kind of split pushed. Neither sup clears waves very well, right? So we got like split up, and then our fight execution was just bad, so we lost second Roche. Like I got chronoed once, and then
Yeah, you got chronoed and you didn't BKB, so you just died.
yeah.
If you BKB'd, you might have lived.
I had buy there. I could have bought back, but our Mars arena'd after I died to like try and save Zeus. So then it was like,
Yeah,
if
it's
I
all
buy back here,
disaster.
it's hard. But I mean, you know, that's first game. Who cares?
Nice,
mental
good
reset.
attitude. Yeah, you came back, got the 2-0 after the first game.
Yeah, they gave Pudge second game. I think they just forgot or something. I don't know.
It's not enough bans. I mean, there's other heroes that were banning out that were good bans, but there's just
Oh,
not enough bans.
They forgot the Razor at the end. I think, or I don't know what they were banning subs on the last phase, and then we just like 23'd Razor against their Lifestealer.
I thought you guys did some smart lane swaps in that game. I thought like if you set your lanes up normally, it might not actually favor you that much, but the way you set your lanes up was really good. The Undying. And they also have a Mars 5, so like they're asking to get like dumped on for no reason, but your Undying like certainly dumped on this dude, and the Razor dumped on the Nyx in the 1v1. It was, you know, a big beatdown and set the game up for like success. And you're doing well mid, and your top lane's going well, like all around your your Sand King like died or whatever, but he was free farming after that forever. He didn't have to do anything. You guys like 4v5, so it's really easy.
Yeah, during the draft, after we picked Razor, or like during the bans, we were like, oh, should we ban Bat? Like, does this guy play Bat? Like, what's gonna happen if they Bat? And then someone was like, oh no, this guy won't play Bat, so we didn't ban it. And then we picked Razor, and we were like, oh, what are we gonna do if they Bat? And like, the comms were silent, and then they picked Bat, and we were like, oh, what do we do? And we just kind of scrambled together the lane swap. And I think it worked out. I mean, it's it's nice that they had 5 Mars, because we weren't sure where this Mars, or like where Bat was going to go. Just looking at the heroes. But once we figured out it's offlane, it's like we can put Undying against Mars 5 and then put Pudge against DP, which it used to suck kinda, but this damage block blocks all of DP's stuff. Like her E does no damage, she'll still heal, but it does no damage, and then her ult doesn't do that much to me when it's going. And then my subs can rotate. I called like, when this guy ults, I need my team to come. And they did, so we killed DP on like her first 2 ults, and then the game is like super free from there.
All right, congratulations, man. I mean, this is a we're wrapping up at this point, but congratulations, KU, on your victory, man. You got any final words, call outs, shouts, say to the people of Legal Ads and twitch.tv/Badger Pablo?
Yeah, shout out to my team, shout out to Kobe, shout out to Pydoc, shout out to Keita, shout out to Foreplay, shout out to Joe, shout out to Karan, shout out to Marshall. Yeah, that's all.
All right, thanks, KU. I'm gonna send you.
Was it Marshall on the enemy team? Is that
on
allowed?
enemy
You can
team.
shout the enemy out. I don't know if you can do that, but that's fine.
He's done it. He's done it. All right,
He's done it.
get out of here,
That's my
KU.
guy.
Get out of here.
Alright.
I got him out of here. Over to Sammy. Thanks again for coming on, man. I really appreciate you spending a couple hours of your night to cast some amateur North American Dota 2. You got any final words, cause, shout, say to the people?
No, just support any Dota. Thanks for having me. Love to be on again. It was fun.
And maybe you'll come back for, I know the grand finals will probably be during the last chance qualifier, so obviously that will come first, but I'm sure at some point in the future, I'll send you back out here for a good time.
Oh yeah, thanks for the invite.
But to the people, of course, thanks for tuning on in. Congrats to Sus on their 2-1 victory over Nebula. Thanks to Ka for the subscription, always appreciated. I'll be back on Monday night for some more Legal Ads playoff action, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Polaristic on Mr. Crazy Guy Fan Club in the losers semifinals. For now, though, as always, if you want me to cast your games, cast your tournaments, if you want to either hire me in Logical or me in a co-caster of your choosing for your pro tournaments, DPC events, etc., contact me on Twitter, twitter.com/BadgerDota2, or on Discord, Badger5713. As always, thank you for watching, and have a great night.